Welcome to the show, everybody. We're back. It's the NA broadcast for BattleRekt, week number 6 of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. My name is Gex. This is Rainy, and I'm sure excited to get into today. We had some great matches over on the EU side earlier today, and now we got NA cooking up. Rainy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Europe was nice and surprising, very
Yeah.
fun, and now I'm looking forward to watch some very, very simple North American games.
Yeah, that's right. So, some simple North American games. I don't know. Maybe today seems to be the day of upsets, right? I mean, over on the EU side, we saw functional sociopaths taking the cake. Functional sociopaths took it over on the EU side, taking down Intolerant and some other teams along the way. So, I mean, you know, maybe it's the day of upsets. Who knows?
I just want a peaceful, normal tournament day.
Oh, you just
North
want
America
to-
never fails me. Let's see if it can continue that trend.
I don't know. Let's see, NA. Let's see what you got. Well, anyway, it is BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds, right? And in case any of you are...
you were right, by the way.
What?
10 weeks, not 12.
10
so
weeks?
there's only 4 more left.
That's right.
Down
Only
the
4
other
more
10.
weeks left.
Yeah.
So, you know, better get in here if you guys want to play.
Mm.
But for BattleRekt, at least, in case you guys are new, you know, this is your first time tuning into BattleRekt, do a brief rundown, at least, of the... Of kind of the format, right? So these guys, they played some matches yesterday. They, you know, got down. We're now down to the top 4 of the tournament, the top 4, which all will be played coming up right now. But it's best of 3, win score 5 the whole way through the tournament, right? It's single elimination, so you lose, you're out. And well, on top of that, they do map bans, right? So teams will ban maps all the way down till there's 3 left, and then they play within that pool of 3 maps. And along with that, there is the simple draft, right? Rainy.
The
What's
simple
going on with that?
draft.
Oh, what's going on with that?
What you do is this time you take your team captains and they'll be representing you. Team captains walk forward and they say they tell the mediator who their first pick is. And the mediator says okay, and they reveal the first picks to both the captains at the same time. Then they go back to their teams and say, okay, what's our second pick? And then they tell the mediator. The mediator reveals the second pick at the same time. And they go back and do that for the third pick. So every single time, it's a blind pick, but you eventually get tiered reveals of who your opponents are picking.
That's
and
right.
You might change your choice based on those.
Yeah, exactly, right? One team, you know, you haven't picked your support yet. You see the other team has already picked a Sirius and a Shifu. You're like, maybe not going to pick Lucy. Maybe.
Or
Unless
maybe
you're a
you will
god.
still pick Lucy.
Yeah, maybe you're like, screw it.
The
I'm a
interesting
beast.
thing is I feel like overall there are definitely some picks that are more favorable in certain situations, but most of the pros I feel like are playing in certain kind of comfort zones where they try to keep with what they really know. They might know a few here and there and try to change up, but most of the time I feel like comfort reigns supreme in the current kind of competitive scene.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we see it. You know, the S draft, it allows for the counter picking kind of thing, but we don't see a whole lot of it, I don't think. Like you said, it seems as though a lot of people just have this composition that they really like to run. Maybe they have a couple different ones. If game 1 doesn't work, they'll switch to the other, that kind of thing. But it does at least create the dynamic for another layer of play anyway. So that's a little bit of the format of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. But, you know, these guys are not just playing for money. Right? You know, these guys, they're also playing for some cold, hard cash. So $500 for first place. You got $300 for second place, $100 for third and fourth. So everybody that is playing in the top 4 today has at least earned themselves $100 to split amongst their team. So, you know, you got that going for you, right? But these guys want to get down to the big money, really, the $500 for that first place.
Yeah.
But to see who's actually going to be competing for that money, let's take a look at the bracket and see what matches we have coming up for you today. It has been Onslaught and Unsung. They will be our first match of the day. And then Excel Wizards and Deadly Explosion after that. Again, these guys have been kind of the main 4 that we've seen here within the NA scene. These guys have been consistently placing top 4 week after week after week, and they're back up here again. Onslaught have won 5 weeks in a row now of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. It's crazy. Teams are getting closer to beating them, though.
Absolutely. So the big thing here is Unsung has beat Onslaught once before.
That's right.
They did take a victory off of them in a PRL match, which means that they're not necessarily undefeatable, but every time you defeat Onslaught, they just double down and get even stronger. Deadly Explosion has come close a few times, but they've just been barely short, so there's a few people who are gunning for the possibility of taking away that champion spot, maybe just for 1 week, if anything at all. But so far, it seems unlikely. I still think Onslaught is too dominant
Yeah.
I think that there are some kind of new approaches to the game that teams need to kind of start adapting to try to fight them off.
Yeah, I mean, Onslaught, they have this play style that is just so hard for teams to deal with. Very aggressive. They have such good mechanical play across the board amongst their players. Teams having a really tough time, but, I mean, we have seen people come close. Of course, Unsung beat them in PRL tournament, and then, as you were saying, Deadly Explosion, they actually were within one round of beating them a couple weeks ago. So teams are slowly starting to figure it out. The matches that Onslaught are playing in aren't quite as steamrolled as... nowadays at least, as they were kind of earlier in BattleRekt Proving Ground. So who knows? Maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the week. It's been 5 in a row for Onslaught, though. Definitely, I don't think you can say that they're not the best team in North America right now. Definitely the top dogs. Who will dethrone them is the question. Maybe we'll find out today. But anyway, that's kind of what we got cooking for you for matches. And I was talking a little bit before, if you guys want to sign up, if you do want to get in on this sweet action and play in some BattleRekt tournaments, you can go to BattleRekt.com and sign up there. Click on the link, battle with your friends. I think it says something like that. It'll take you to Smash DG. You can sign up there and get yourselves in. It's free to play. Why not play? That's right.
Free to lose.
Free to lose, too. Free to lose. Hey,
Free to lose.
So,
That's how I feel when I play
your only
BattleRekt.
commitment's time. Yeah, that's pretty much me every time I play.
Lose.
But it's fun. It's fun losing. I like it. You learn a lot, right? So you want to get better, come play. And if you want to follow us and kind of see what's going on, not just NGE related, but across the board, BattleRekt, some of the other shows that we have going on, you can follow us at WatchNGE on Twitter, as well as our own personal Twitters as well. So get in on that. I'm looking for followers because I'm disgusting. And I want to boost that follower ratio.
There's nothing wrong with trying to boost your follower count.
That's right. Got to make that ratio look good for people when they come.
You need more subjects to hit you up in the DMs.
That's right. Yeah, we were talking before, too. DM's open.
DM's open.
Anybody just wants to chat.
Gex is looking for just a chat.
Just a chat. Just a chat. That's all I'm looking for. Email correspondence, fine as well. It's on the Twitter page. So, whatever floats your boat, you can get in on it. But anyway, we have matchup number 1 coming up here soon. I think we're getting that started. Man, I am sweating.
Already?
Yeah, we haven't even started yet.
We haven't done any screaming.
Yeah, guy in our ear.
Yeah, somebody get us a towel.
Give me a towel.
Get us a towel
Please.
somewhere.
Oh, I'm dying.
It'll appear somewhere.
Maybe we need fan guy.
Ooh.
Here as well. Fan guy, maybe.
Fan guy. Oh.
Guy in our ear's running around.
Oh. Hey!
Thanks, guy in our ear.
Yeah, towel. That
Keep
just
this
for
handy.
you. Not gonna partake.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want my... Sure?
Disgusting.
It's nice.
Gross.
Nice and cool.
Oh, Jesus. That's disgusting. Hey.
So.
You're still disgusting.
Yep.
In the morning, in the evening, in the daytime, always.
Some things never change, folks. Some things never change. And
North American BattleRekt never changes.
No?
Onslaught. I wonder if today is just going to be Onslaught highlight reel.
That's normally kind of what happens.
I want to see 3v1 clutches, 1v3 clutches.
Yo.
Actually, 3v1 clutches don't really sound too appealing. 1v3.
Yeah.
3v1.
We got the one. No,
clutch. Well, maybe a 3v1 if they were all like super low health, like one shot away and they somehow managed to do it. That would be pretty cool.
Hey, man. I'm down for it. If any team were to do it, it would be Onslaught, I'd imagine, because they're just beasts.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. That's what we've been kind of looking to each week on the NA side is, like, who is going to beat Onslaught. Because at least in the BattleRekt tournaments, nobody's done it. And I think the team with the best chance of doing that is Deadly Explosion. They're a team that has been playing really, really well across the board. I mean, these guys, back in the days of Enter the Arena, they were kind of like 5th, 6th range, somewhere in there, I believe, in Enter the Arena. And since then, they've just been moving up and up and up. And they've consistently been playing Onslaught in the finals of BattleRekt the Proving Grounds. I think for the past few weeks now, at least, they've been in the finals. So they're almost solidifying themselves as the second best team here. Could be up for debate, I'm sure, but they're certainly, I would say, the ones with the best chance of beating Onslaught. So.
I would think so. Maybe if we talk about Onslaught and Deadly Explosion more, then Unsung and XL Wizards will end up being the ones in the finals.
Ooh, yeah, some reverse psychology right there. Maybe.
Make sure not to count out Excel Wizards as well. They're pretty
Yeah.
kind of veteran to the scene. They've been around for a long time. They've competed for a long while. And I think bit by bit, they slowly, sometimes they connect. And it's like you're looking at a fantastic piece of artwork with intricate kind of messages. And, and then sometimes it just looks like they took a paint bucket and just threw it on the thing. And it's like, they call it
paint bucket, here's your game. Yeah, you know, but hey, I like watching Excel Wizards. I actually think they're a lot of fun to watch. They're a fun team to watch. They play exciting BattleRekt. Especially, man, I love watching Neo on his Paloma. His Paloma play is like just nutso out of this world. I don't know if he'll be playing it today or not. That's the other question in terms of Excel Wizards. Will we see him on Paloma? Do we see Finlev back on his Bako? Love seeing me a little bit of Finlev Bako. Fun Finlev whiff. You know, that's they're a lot of fun to watch, though, especially Niwa, because I'm a support player myself. So I love watching him on Paloma. Just his swaps, nasty. Go back a couple weeks, watch the NA broadcast. Oh, man, some crisp swaps, Rainy.
He knows how to give you the swapperoo.
Oh, yeah. No, that guy is the master of the swapperoo. But I'm being told we're going to go in a game soon. Clearly not filling for time, right? We're just chilling.
We don't fill anything.
No. Like the void in my chest. That's depressing.
There's no happiness in there. There's no happiness in there.
No, but we're coming up. In case you're wondering, Carpet is still kill.
Still kill.
Yep, Carpet is kill.
I think the dumpster truck came by, so he is at some unknown address now.
Yeah, somewhere being sorted amongst the recycling and non-recycling.
Can't recycle Carpet. He is
no, not
irreplaceable.
Yeah, no, we love him.
One of a kind.
Yeah, he'll be back, you know, one day here. But for now, you're stuck with me and Rainy. So,
That's
actually more so like stuck with me. And then Rainy's just here kind of chilling, you know.
Nobody cares. You see, the thing is nobody cares about us. Everybody just wants a beard.
They just want a beard?
They just want beard. They do want beer as well.
Yeah.
Well, they just want the beard.
I wish I had a beard.
We already failed the IQ test today, so I have no real confidence.
Yeah. I failed the IQ test hard earlier. We were doing riddles on the EU side of the broadcast, which we might get into maybe in a little bit here. Give you some riddles. Rainy gave me a riddle.
Oh, you know what we should do?
And I failed miserably. What's that? Sorry, you were.
I played a best of 3 against Carpet of rock, paper, scissors.
How'd that go for you?
I beat him 2-1.
Easy.
By the way, we're filling because we're having to do some manual band picking.
Yeah.
And the players are just sorting that stuff out. So
yeah,
we'll be jumping into the game in a second.
Yeah, they're getting through. They're doing all their stuff.
But I beat Carpet 2-1, and now he owes me dinner.
Now he owes you dinner. That's a hell of a wager.
Yeah, I can wager the free dinner that's on him with you.
Oh.
And so if you beat me, you get Carpet's free dinner.
Are we trying to go right now?
You want to go?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors, bam. Like, draw at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
One up. Let's go. All right.
I always do one thing with my mind games. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, I'm sending the message now. Carpet.
Wrecked.
My free dinner.
Too easy.
My free dinner belongs now to Babyface.
Wrecked. Well, there you hear it. Carpet, get on him about it. He owes me a free dinner. So wait, is it Carpet that owes me the free dinner, or now you? Okay, yeah, Carpet owes me the dinner. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he will have no idea what I'm saying, but
he's gonna be so confused.
He's gonna be so confused.
Yeah, that's all right. Let him be. Guys, I'm being told we are starting here relatively shortly. If anybody else is trying to play me in rock, paper, scissors, I don't know if Guy in our ear is trying to go for a game at some point here. Oh, you're trying to go?
He's actually trying to go.
I'll do a best of 1 with him.
Oh, no.
I ain't giving him any more than that. All right?
Here it comes.
Ready?
The hand from the side. Oh, that's too close.
Hold
there
it.
it
Yep.
is.
All right, ready. Boom. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Damn it. All right. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. All right. One more.
You guys
Rock,
are idiots.
Paper, scissors.
Don't do scissors.
Damn. No, we never bet on anything.
Yeah,
We never bet on anything. I don't
no,
know.
you're trying to save the dinner?
I don't know him anything.
Now the dinner belongs to a guy in our ear.
Is that guy in our ear? Get on the
Yeah.
horn, carpet.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy.
Okay.
Guy in our ear.
I don't have to inform. I've washed my hands clean of this whole scenario.
That's
already.
true.
I'm pretty sure Carpet was preparing like a poisoned dinner anyways.
That would have been ruthless.
Yeah. That's
like,
why I
put some
killed him first.
laxatives in there or something.
Yeah,
Ooh.
something like that.
That would have been bad. Especially right before BattleRekt cast. Yeah, but we're about to get going. If the players keep going, I'm almost about to start breaking out some riddles.
Oh no, no more
Something.
riddles. No more riddles. I can't handle
more
that
riddles.
anymore today.
It's
You realize
great.
the more riddles we do on broadcast, the worse we look because we're eventually going to hit ones that we can't figure out. And of
See,
course,
that's why
Chat knows exactly what the answer is. And it's like, oh, simplest riddle of my life.
See, that's when you just act like you know the answer,
Mhm.
or you just act like, oh, I figured it out. But you play nice and let chat figure it out. You know, don't give the answer away. You never have to let people know that you don't know. I made that crucial mistake earlier when you gave me the riddle, and I just said the
You said the
very
wrong
wrong
answer.
thing. Yep.
Hey,
Looked
it's
like
no
an
problem.
idiot. But
It's okay. It's a common mistake to make.
Yep. I had that. The worst throw of all time for me. Cutting to break. Yep. It's been a crazy day here on BattleRekt.
It's been a little bit insane. It feels like much longer between EU BattleRekt and NA BattleRekt, but for some reason, like it just appears that you're like, oh, it's time for NA BattleRekt. I already forgot what happened on EU.
Yeah.
You know who did that? Was that towel even washed? Where has that towel been?
I think this is the towel that's used to wipe off the desk.
The very, very shiny desk.
So I'm like wiping my forehead with
In other words,
hand
your
grease.
face is desk face.
Yeah, dust, hand grease, and like desk
Now
cleaner.
Gex sweat.
Yep, now Gex sweat. I actually shouldn't clean the desk with that again. That's disgusting. Extra shine. Oh, guy in our ear says game's happening.
Please save us.
Please,
Deliver us to the promised land,
please.
where games of BattleRekt can be found,
I'm so ready now at this point.
where Onslaught reigns supreme.
I'm so thirsty too. But
Did
I
you get
have
water?
Yeah, but it's in a bottle that's
Canteen.
it's in a thing that has branding.
Ah, you see, this is why I just have a glass.
See, I made the mistake. I should have got
It's
the
the
glass
wrong
of
glass.
water. See, he knows what he's doing. It's amateur hour for me over here. All right. Oh, we're on the loading screen.
Play-by-play for BattleRekt menuing.
Oh, you want me to play-by-play the BattleRekt menu? Loading in a
What
game.
is what would be a speedrun category for BattleRekt? How fast you die to Onslaught? Is that a speedrun category?
Yeah, probably. We could make it one. Hey, we're in. Woo!
I always feel like it's snowing on this map in the nighttime.
It does seem like a nice winter evening.
But is it possible to have cherry blossoms as well as snow?
Probably not, but I'll pretend that it's a thing. It does seem like a nice, like, snowy evening, just after, like, a lot of snow dropping and town is quiet. See how quiet it is?
At that team is missing one important name.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the things that strikes out, at least initially to me, Jeter, who has been, like, the croak master, the man who always is playing croak, is on the Rygon.
Well, that there's not what you sow.
Yeah. Oh! I was wondering who you were talking about. I just threw it off like I acted like I knew what you were talking about.
What you
Reap
sow
what you sow
rhymes
is not
with
here.
Stro. Where did he go? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
That was
Damn it.
almost good.
Damn it.
That was almost good. Wow, that's crazy. All right, no, reap what you sow. Uh-oh. And also have the double support composition coming out from Onslaught. This should be an interesting match.
All right. Ooh, oh my god, a verse with a huge vortex pulling everybody in and getting the huge X-Strike there. It's a lot of AoE pressure. Now, this is a double healer composition that is very reminiscent of Tebak from the EU region. And of course, the dynamic duo of Averse and Stro undefeated in 2v2. When that once was a thing.
When that was a thing.
Ooh!
Rip.
AoE panic.
That
Well
orb's
placed.
back up. Easy secure for Unsung.
Oh, this could be a dangerous situation. Averse actually takes a deadly inject and a huge amount of burst damage. Clarity Potion is going to clear that out, but now that's not an option for them. We'll see if they can survive this onset of damage. Oh, nice.
There goes the goo. Jeter's looking. Oh, is able to dodge the stun coming off of the ninja's ultimate.
Interesting decision there to use time travel. I wonder if he was trying to get a different target. The Raygon had the jump there. Might have just been the wrong read, the wrong call out.
Yeah, seems so. Right now, Unsung has been in total control of the middle for quite a while now. Getting panicked away is Jeter. Oh, ends up going down. They couldn't get the heals on him in time. Oh, that'll be a 3v2 in favor of Onslaught. And now Onslaught actually able to grab that orb up as well, so things are looking pretty good for them. Goo is going to come down, barrier used. Hi, Mr. Whodat. And, oh, yep.
There it is.
There goes
Averse's
Schultz.
accuracy with the X strike is just so on point.
Yeah.
He hits so many of those, and look at him. Look at that guy.
Yeah, Verse is a monster, man. He is a monster.
Another party for the Razorbacks.
Another party for the Razorbacks.
Oh my god. Nobody
Well.
goes to your parties,
Yeah.
Taya.
Ain't going to no Razorback party.
1042 damage. Oh my god.
What the hell are you talking about?
And it disables 165. Averse putting out that CC like nobody's business.
Yeah, dude, Averse. Crushing. Taking him to Pound Town. With that Taya. He is just a monster on Taya, but, well, that is one round going the way of Onslaught. We'll see now how round 2 goes. Mr. Whodat in here today as well, playing the Lucy. But check her out. Onslaught with this double support composition. Not typical of them, but of course they are playing without Reap What You Sow for anybody that is just joining the broadcast
All right.
here today.
We will see. Here comes Onslaught once again with their double healer lineup.
There we go, pressing forward.
Oh my gosh.
Jeter.
Jeter is trying to get in and dive onto Averse, and it looks like it's working. Put some pressure onto Lucy. He has to use a time travel to get out, but now Lucy's taking all the damage inside the crippling goo as well. Has to use a swift roll, and here comes a chase. Iva and Raygon diving in, and almost wall blocking off in that scenario. The zap is going to take out the petrify. It's going to disable it. You got a side to side now. Oh my god, how is Stro still alive? The man can't die apparently, and Averse is still alive as well. 2v1ing, or 1v1ing I suppose. And then the 2v2 on the bottom there. And Averse is still on very low health. He's just mounted up and making his way across. How are they both still alive? That situation was so bad. How can they climb out of this scenario? If they do, it would be a miracle run for them.
Who is going to fall here? Unsung just pressing forward all the way back towards the spawn. Jeter with no regard, man.
There
He is
it
just
finally
balls
is.
to the wall.
Yeah.
And Ninja's soon to fall here. Oh, yeah, there he goes. And Averse. And he's dead.
Yeah, that was a very difficult situation to climb out of. So, I've just been informed that Arakune is on suspension. And so
Yes.
he's not going to be playing on Onslaught for a while.
That's right.
Wish him the best of luck, of course. And I think Stro is a good replacement just in this sense.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a lot of synergy with Averse, and it's actually quite exciting to see this as a team. The only question is, Ninjas has typically been a support player, specifically a serious player for the longest time, and now is on Uldur. And of course, Ninjas is a talented enough player to pick up any roles, but it is very interesting to consider this new lineup here and see how that kind of pans out for them.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it definitely is a big change up from what they are used to, but I mean, these guys are all very talented players, so I suspect they'll be all right. Is it tournament winning caliber, though, is the question. We'll find out. But now Averse using his tornado, looking to see where he can re-engage here, getting stunned up from
nice
that tractor beam.
flex from Ninjas there. Just stop Chald's aggression. Dead in the water there.
Well, getting panicked away was Jeter. Goo is going to come down. Nobody really caught inside of that, though.
It's fairly expensive there. Both the mobility on the side of Eldora had to be spent, and Averse had to spend Tornado on himself. So that double hit on the Crippling Goo was actually quite valuable.
Chronoflux coming down again from Ninjas, just kind of opening up a little space for themselves, but they've really been pressed. Onslaught the past couple of rounds just back into this bottom left area of the map. Really been pressed down there. Now Jeter's looking to engage. Goo is going to come out. Not a whole lot of follow-up with that. Goo on both sides not getting tons of effect, though. As I say that, Chalt was kind of pushed back into the Goo.
God, yeah. Conscious effort to actually leave Stro on his own. And where Stro was fine, he kind of was zoned out and couldn't help Ninjas. And so Ninjas actually fell. Now, upon watching the European segment of BattleRekt, what was interesting for Tibak was when they were running double support, they actually ran into a wall against Functional Sociopath, and I think Onslaught is running into much the same issue right now. Despite the fact that they have a lot of survivability and a lot of healing throughput, they can't really buy into space because they're not able to be as aggressive, as consistently aggressive as you can with a double DPS lineup.
Yeah.
And so they're not able to take objectives, they're not able to take map space as easily, and so they find themselves slowly being whittled down in a very even set game where Unsung can take repeated swings at their health bars while Onslaught has to take very measured slices at it and really hope that they cut with precision.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's damage output there, but as you said, the aggression certainly lacking in this composition compared to what they were running before. So they don't get to go wherever they want all the time. But you know, right now, Unsung, they got the 2-1 lead. Now they're cruising at the moment. Jeter's been really dishing out that damage as well, getting good support from Mr. Hudat and Chalt. And now we head on into round number 4. Right away. And it comes out, just poking. Jeter's waiting for his opening. Who does he want to get on first? It looks like Stro, and he is really pressuring him quite a bit. Used his parry. Barrier was used on Stro. Now that orb is up. Unsung pretty easily, comfortably able to secure it. And now changing direction over to Averse. He used his Tornado and got the barrier, but not before taking quite a bit of damage. So now the Goo comes out as well from Mr. Hudat, and the exchange Goo on the side of Onslaught. Jeter got pushed back into that for a moment. Mr. Hudat took some damage from it, but for now, pretty big health advantage.
To actually steal that orb there. It might have been Averse's Boomerang that was just getting by. But they, oh, wow, hit him on the roll. That's what we're talking about with Averse's accuracy with X-Strike. Kind of read where that Swift Roll was going, was able to tag a stun onto Mr. Hudat, and that increased pressure was just enough to be able to finish out the kill onto Jeter.
Trying to get out of there is Chalt, but can't manage to get far enough away from the damage. So Mr. Hudat, as he goes down, Onslaught will tie this game right back up 2-2. And it's been quite the close one here so far. Onslaught, I don't know how long that they have been playing with this lineup or, you know, with this composition in general. Of course, you know, so I don't know how long they've had to practice with this. But so far, it's been tight, back and forth. Plenty of game left to go for both sides.
Absolutely. Now, Unsung seems to be running against this scenario where they, in the neutral game, if they start losing out on objectives, there's actually so much pressure that Onslaught is putting out that they start falling behind really quick. They need to make sure they don't let any more damage come through. They don't let Onslaught bully them any more than they have. Getting hit by X-Strikes like that is really going to slow your pace down. Averse spent the Tornado aggressively, jumps in towards Lucy, and the orb goes again to Onslaught. Plus, they're pushing aggressively here. Averse is actually in the position to punish Chalt when he tries to grab the green orbs. And that's exactly what we're talking about. You need to be very careful about how you play out your map control. Given that you are standing in the center of the map, you have the opportunity to play carefully enough and deny resources for your opponents. Don't let them trade back in.
Man, Averse is...
Here comes Piggy.
Pounding right now. He is going to use his ultimate. Jeter's starting to get pretty low on health here. And big health advantage again in favor of Onslaught. See if they can capitalize on this.
Deadly eject. Oh my god, barrier just barely.
Right now, Averse looking to create some space again, start moving on in, but Jeter's coming back with his own. Goo is going to drop here.
He's
desperately trying to get out as Averse. He did get it just in time, used Tornado on himself.
He's in trouble. There's no taser. He needs to dodge shots.
Oh, good heals from Stro, though.
The double healing is going to allow Averse to get picked up much quicker there. They're trying to go for some fancy plays. He tried to make a few reads on his extract, but doesn't quite land them. But now they're able to push them back. Averse needs to be very careful. He's playing some very dangerous spacing here, taking a lot of risks, and just kind of playing just so ever slightly out of range. They're able to make the kill, and this is the hallmark of kind of Onslaught as a team. They know how to get away with the smallest things.
Yeah, and that's something. Yeah, that was very key in the success of Onslaught throughout these past 5 weeks. One of the things that they just do so well is punishing small mistakes. They know when to engage, and obviously things a little different in how they do that with the composition that they're running. But nonetheless, these players are some of the best out there in the NA scene. So, and they've played together for quite a while. To some degree, but anyway, Jeter.
Averse trying to take aggressive position here, and he needs to find some. Oh my God, the double stun!
Jeez.
Even though Ninjas was in CC, that double stun from the X-Strike aimed perfectly to lock out 2 members on the side of Unsung, mitigated a ton of the damage and put pressure back onto Onslaught's side. All right, there's not a lot of cooldowns here for Averse. He's actually just going to have to run out. He uses his dash finally. Rygon!
Wow.
He actually just got melted!
That was insane. He jumped away and then I believe got clarity from range, really, right back into the goo, and then he had nothing left.
You just rocketed yourself. Oh my God.
Ripperino.
Free ticket to the spa. Here you go. And Jeter was all about that.
Well,
So nice vacation there.
Onslaught map point for them. Setting up 4-2 over Unsung here. We'll see if they can close it out. It was a little back and forth at the start, but Onslaught have been in total control as of the last few rounds. Really haven't been having too many issues. Have hardly even lost a player or had a player die. Jeter wrapping himself all the way around. He's going to go for the quick engage. As he wrapped around, they double stacked. Are actually dumping a lot of resources into Jeter right now. Zap, shield, and he uses parry as well. Needs to be careful. Oh my.
Lots of damage onto Jeter and not a lot of damage in return. Now, Averse needs to be somewhat careful. He's very confident in his ability to dodge, and he avoids a Panic Flask in that scenario, spends a Tornado and barriers on him as well. So that's a lot of cooldowns going into it. He actually whiffs the X-Strike this time around, tries to play aggressive onto Chal, will actually dodge the taser, and Averse seems to just be standing in front of damage, but not taking any. Wow. He's avoided damage for so long. Finally, here comes what may be a punish, but the aim isn't quite right, and all the members of Onslaught dive out of the way of that crippling goo.
Man, Stro, I'd love to see his damage numbers after this round. Every time Jeter comes in, I just constantly see Deadly Inject on Jeter. Stro has just been pumping him full of the Deadly Inject.
Oh my God, I feel like the last 4 tasers have just been a whiff on Chal's side. Averse has just sidestepped every single one of them this game.
Oh, little Venn diagram action here.
There's a
the
double stun.
Oh, that's so much damage. Mr. Whodat. Done.
Panic Flask for the kill. I mean, really, you see Averse at less than full health, right?
Yeah.
And the max health system works as such. If you're 40 health lower than your max health value, then as you take damage, you start losing that max health, and you cannot be healed back up to your normal values, right? And Averse was missing that max health, which is really dangerous because if you get chunked down, that damage stays. But he was brave enough to just stand there and say, I'm just going to move left side to side, left to right, juke you out, and dodge every single bit of aggression you throw at me, dodge Panic Flask, dodge tasers, dodged everything that was coming his way, used the Tornado to get out of the way of Rygon's jumps and further aggression, and was just literally just standing in threatening range for Taya, avoiding all kinds of CC and all kinds of damage, and that gives you incredible pressure. If you're brave enough to do such a thing, you actually find yourself in a position where you can just freely start wailing away on your enemies, and Averse gets away with it.
Yeah, Averse, I mean, he's one of the best Tayas out there, if not the best. The guy can play really well on that champ, but any champ, really. I mean, the guy is a fantastic player, obviously. But anyway, that's going to be Onslaught. They take it. what was that, 5-2? 5-2 for them, 5-3, and pretty convincing win for them, not seeming to really be having any troubles, at least in this match so far, with the change-ups in composition and teammates. You know, they seem to be pretty on point playing this double support composition.
I think there were two things. The first thing is they really started punishing Unsung a lot more for any attempt to grab objectives, right? Every time they tried to come in for green, when they tried to take middle rune, they really made it difficult for them, as well as Averse playing forward aggressive and being brave enough to say, you know what, if I don't do this, we're going to lose anyways. So he just played forward and just said, it's time for me to dodge. He put on his black coat, his sunglasses, started playing the Matrix background.
Yeah, man.
And he started just dodging everything. And that is kind of one of the issues that we identified with this double support is how do you buy into space? How do you force yourself to be in an aggressive position so you can start pushing lethal damage or pushing true damage on your opponents and kind of doing all that stuff. And that's exactly how Verse did it. He said, I'm just going to stand there. To have it happen.
Just literally just walked in and, you know, he did his thing. And he just sat there and pumping boomerangs into people. And, you know, that's going to allow Onslaught, to get our first map in this best of 3. So, of course, winner of this series will then move on to go play into the finals after this as well. So it's curious for me to see Jeter playing on the Rygon. I don't know if because typically you would see Chalt and Jeter have always played this combo, Croak Ashka. That's just been their thing. They've been doing it pretty much throughout the entirety of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds at least. This tournament series, always pretty much playing Croak Ashka. I'm not sure what brought on that change up. I mean, we've seen a lot of people gravitating more recently towards Rygon picks. He seems to be coming back into the meta much more so now, so maybe they just felt like that was a necessary change for them. I know, I believe it was last week or the week before, that was something that they were actually struggling with. Jeter and Chalt was landing the combos. You know, with their Ashka and Croak. It was something that they were having a lot of trouble with, so maybe that change-up was coming from, you know, they felt they could get better use out of this Rygon because they weren't hitting some of those combos. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to talk to them. But anyway, they have made the change-ups here. Certainly not out of it yet, but Onslaught just continuing to roll on, you know, as they often do. Onslaught, they're definitely looking good so far.
I do think that there's some similarities between Croak and Rygon in the sense that there's some good setup, there's some good initiation, and the mobility can be fairly similar. Now, Croak has 2 instances, which is actually very important because you get to decide in 2 different timings how you want to dodge abilities, whereas Rygon really only gets 1 opportunity to do that. But it's also very hard to lock down both of them, and especially Rygon with a parry can make it very dangerous to go aggressive on him if you know that he has it up. And so they kind of do very well in kind of hit-and-run situations and high-mobility situations, and as well as easy to lock people down. So I think that there are some similarities in playstyle that Jeter can carry over from his Croak experience, but I don't know. I don't know if he would be more effective on Croak or Rygon. I have a feeling it's going to be Croak, but they're also very high-level players, so...
Yeah, and the other thing is, too, Chalt, I mean, he's now playing the Iva, which is just obviously a very popular pick in the current state. Great utility on Iva. It's, I think, tough for a lot of teams to not play an Iva. I mean, obviously you can get away with it, but a lot of people are really enjoying the utility that they get out of the Iva, of course, with Zap. And, you know, there's some pretty cool combos that you can do with Tractor Beam, all sorts of good stuff. It has a lot of utility in the kit. Shields are a very popular thing right now, so... you know, we see Chalt playing that, not these guys playing this Ashka Croak combo. So we'll see if they make any change-ups. I don't know. Time will tell. Of course, we'd imagine Onslaught continuing to play this double support composition as well, since they have been playing quite well with it thus far. And let's see. Did they do it? Did they make the change? Nope.
We are in the jungle.
We are in the jungle. We are not in the jungle. It is Jeter still playing the Rygon.
This is the jungle map, right?
Well, maybe? Yeah. I thought you were making a Croak reference. That's why I was... Well, I guess you were in a roundabout way.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But, here we are. Onslaught, the 1-0 lead.
Why has it got chains and stuff? Wait, is it the jungle map? We'll see. Yep.
Nope. Yep.
Yep.
A little jungle-esque.
Jungle-esque. All right.
But here we go. Same compositions, both sides. See if Unsung maybe can get themselves back into this game. If Onslaught win this map, though, they've got themselves a date in the finals.
gotten the date every single time so far.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been
Look
on
at
a lot of
Averse.
dates.
He's just going. They lose out the center orb.
Yeah, weren't quite able to secure.
Ooh, nice incapacity. I really like that decision from Charles. Stops Averse aggression. Cold.
Jeter in trying to get in onto Stro. He's going to knock him up and actually get the end cap on him. Now the goo drops from the side of Unsung. Averse able to get away from danger, though. He has taken quite a bit of damage, but he is at least out of there for now and still alive, so...
Nice use of the Panic Flash there from Stro, is going to allow Verse to put pressure onto Chalt. He whiffs his X-Strike just a little bit, and they're going to fall back to gain some kind of momentum here as the second orb pops up, and I think this is a very important moment. Meter Spend Prycon come out, and there it is, Stro with the Crippling Goo to take it.
Oh, man. Getting melted. There's Mr. Hoodat.
So, you know that whole thing about the Lucy Dilemma? Now
Yeah.
that you got ninjas on your team, the Lucy Dilemma can be easily solved by spending an equally large amount of meter. I throw Crippling Goo, you throw Crippling Goo on me, Uldur spends time travel, and now you're in Crippling Goo, and we have time travel coming, and if you get stunned up, you can't Swift Roll because you threw your goo.
Yep. It's the dilemma.
It's
The dilemma. What do you do? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would I know?
Sucks for Hoodat because he's going
Yeah.
to be on the receiving end of that damage, and there's not really a lot aside from something like maybe Zap from Iva that can really save Mr. Hoodat from that scenario. So he pretty much in that scenario, if he tries to punish Goo with Goo, he gets destroyed by time travel as well. 2-second stun in Crippling Goo with all 3 members of Onslaught pounding on you. I would expect that to 9 times out of 10 just be a one combo kill.
Yeah. It's something definitely have to be aware of if you're Mr. Hoodat, or Stro even, really. But Mr. Hoodat for sure needs to be on the eye. Keep an eye out for it. As right now, Averse going into the back here, really trying to put a lot of pressure onto Mr. Hoodat. He's just all the way in the back line. Now, maybe repositioning a bit, but he's getting pressured by Chalt. Actually needs to watch himself. But now, already with the ultimate is Chalt in the back here. It's just going to be raining bullets onto the Onslaught players as they kind of press them back into this corner. Gotta watch the positioning. Averse is very low, uses Tornado just in time, but can he make it out alive is the question. Body blocking beautifully was Ninja's, but Averse ends up going down in the end. Goo placed on both sides. Now Stro is really getting run at. Oh, did he just miss that from point blank?
That
Jeter?
was really good from Jeter in that scenario. The Crippling Goo on top, and he knew that he had a lot of pressure, so he played aggressive with his cooldowns, and when they tried to punish him for it, oh god, you gotta wait a little longer. You gotta start coming down from the knock-up if you want to cast your ultimate.
Couldn't quite survive there. And down goes Onslaught, Unsung. Strike right back, get around on the board. Exactly how things played out last time around, I believe, except Unsung grabbed the first round, but that's all right. We're all tied up 1-1. This is Unsung's game. They need to get back into this. Jeter, top damaging last round, getting some good effect out of the Rygon. Made multiple real solid plays. Kept the pressure up really onto the supports back there, and Averse as well. And that was something that we saw when teams had success against Onslaught. It was really putting pressure onto Averse and making sure that they punished him. That was one of the ways that teams had good success against Onslaught. So see if Unsung can maybe get a little bit of that going for themselves. But right now, Jeter now jumping in, going on to Stro. And now just get himself out of there, get a little bit of damage out, go back into the middle, try and grab up that orb. Unsung able to get it.
It seems much tougher for Onslaught in this scenario to gain map control. There's a big Crippling Goo, got to push down 2 cooldowns and really separate Averse from the rest of the team. He had the barrier up, and another haste is going to actually allow him to cover most of the distance back to his team, and he will make it.
Wow.
A huge distraction for Unsung.
Made them all turn, and then he pretty much got out, but oh no, now he's in a little bit of trouble, just getting slammed right there, and Unsung able to get that orb. But now Jeter needs to be a bit careful himself. There's a couple of real hurt players on the side of Unsung. Jumping right back in, though, trying to keep on Stro for
he
now.
tried to use his ultimate, but got X-Striked, and it canceled it.
Oh, rip. Well, now a 2v3, or actually, no. Now it's just a 1v3. See you later. Mr. Who Dat. Onslaught now taking a 2-1 lead. This series.
Double healer for Onslaught. The slow, wet noodle death.
The slow, wet noodle death?
Wet noodle death. They are slapping their enemies with a wet noodle until they surrender or die.
Yep. It's a tricky one to play against, man. The double support, it's just so much friggin' sustain, especially when you have a verse, too, who's got the tornado. You know, you have not only the healing out of Stro and ninjas, but then you have barrier on Stro plus tornado from a verse. It's just a lot of sustain potential, a lot of ability to bail people out of danger, especially even with time travel on ninjas. You have yet another one there, but again, Onslaught kind of getting pushed down into this bottom left corner. Jeter's frontlining. But they are just going to turn right back around and grab that orb. Smart decision, just going for the orbs. They had the positional advantage, but now Onslaught seeing maybe how they can work their way back in here. Oh no!
A little bit of that lag coming in, but
yeah.
Oh, a crippling goo to try to punish, but he really just got kind of tractor beamed out of it. And Averse is keeping up with his healing, so he should be okay there, especially with the barrier and incapacity on the Raygun is going to allow them to get the center orb, while Stro also spends crippling goo on it.
Averse gonna come back in. The ultimate coming out again from Chalt here. Got barrier in the middle of it. Now Jeter's starting to re-engage a bit. Oh, now the ultimate from Ninjas is going to land. Got the stun, but Zap was down. Now barrier used, so didn't really get a whole lot of damage off the back of it. Goog now coming out from the side of Unsung. Oh no, so hurt is Mr. Who Dat, and he ends up falling. Same with Chalt. And Jeter is not long for this world either. As Onslaught.
3-1.
3-1.
They seem to have adapted and are playing with their new strategy very nicely.
Yep.
And I think, as always, it's very tough to beat a double healer composition that has kind of stopped you in your tracks.
Yeah, they don't seem to be having really any issues here whatsoever with the change-ups that they made. They're taking it to Unsung here quite handedly. We'll see if they can seal the deal, but it looks like their date might be just about finalized for the finals. Still waiting on the text back to confirm.
About
to looking good.
Sent the text out, is now staring at the phone screen.
Staring, waiting for see if she read it. Still hasn't quite read it yet.
The PLZ respond Bible thumb.
Please respond. Maybe they'll get a response after this round. If they win it, she'll be impressed by the wonderful play they've had, as now starting to press Averse all the way in the back again.
Stro left in kind of a bad situation, and Averse actually took quite a bit himself.
Oh, down goes Averse. Getting melted here, but Stro needs to be careful. They're just going to sit top right for now. Goo comes out, spacing away as Ninjas. There's the follow-up. Siege Jeter continuing to press on. Oh, man, getting pulled in. The barrier was there. Good barrier from Stro, but still.
There it is.
Oh, gonna have to use time travel. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get themselves out of this one. Stro is incredibly hurt, so is Ninjas, and there is no barrier at the moment. The goo got dropped. No one caught inside of it. Doesn't really matter because Unsung are going to pick up the round. Onslaught still the 3-2 lead. Still sitting on that read, or unread. Didn't text it. Weren't impressed by the play.
Yeah.
But Onslaught still looking good here.
Not good enough for the reply quite yet. And so the scoreline is going to move to 3-2, where Unsung is losing by one entire map. All Onslaught has to do is win 2 more, and they will move on to the finals. And here we go. It looks like Jeter wants to play aggressive. Very aggressive.
Oh, Jeter looking for his lane. Oh, Tornado's going to be used. On to Stro. Well done, because he was definitely in some trouble right there. Looking to see if they can grab that orb, but Unsung are able to grab it in the end. So now Goo already coming out. Ninja's caught in. It does get the Tornado, though, from Averse, so he'll be able to make it out relatively safely. Bit of an awkward fight here. Jeter was down, continuing to press Stro on the bottom.
And here we go, the double taser bounce, and they're still trying to fight for the orb, and I think they will get it probably off the back of a versus boomerang here. That is very important. That's resources that they absolutely need to have in this fight. There's so many things that they do that are energy dependent. It's just good to have that around. Stro sitting on a full stick of butter. Nice use of the panic flask.
He's got it. Will he use it, though? Yep, they are actually both going to throw it out there. Mr. Hudat's caught in the middle. He's got nothing to get away from it.
The Lucy dilemma. Do
Lucy
not
dilemma.
throw the crippling goo. I mean, it was an immediate response. The instant they saw the goo come down, Stro said, okay, I'm gooing too.
Yep.
And that's a tried and true. Oh my god, this guy is doing a 2-time repeat of his anime season.
Season 1 was just so good. Had to bring it back for another.
And then he died to a deadly injection.
And then he died, yep.
The ultimate demise.
Season 3 may get canceled.
Mm.
Onslaught, though, they've got a match point. Potential to move on to the finals here. Just one more round is all they need. Doing quite well. Winning, taking these games, at least so far, pretty handedly with this new composition for them.
Let's see how they do in this potentially game-winning round for themselves. Vortex is going to pull him back. Pops the parry after the Vortex happens, which is important because the Vortex might have actually just stopped the parry.
Jeter took quite a beating there. Oh, Stone Glass came out.
Really good use of CC right now. Stone Glass into the Panic Flash. There's a lot of space that Onslaught is buying, and good dispels on the CC on the verse. And now he can put out damage, and they push down the Iva.
Chalt is out of it. Jeter probably soon to follow. He's trying to get out, but the Petrify was down onto Mr. Hudat. He's just so hurt right now. Oh man, Jeter hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Unless he gets a barrier, he's done. Tried to drop his ultimate, didn't get it out there in time, and that is going to be Onslaught moving yet again into the finals. 6 weeks in a row in the finals for Onslaught. That is just absolute insanity. 5 of which they've won. They're looking for their 6th here today, but they take down Unsung 2-0, 5-2.
With a slightly new lineup as well. Averstro and Ninjas working together to try to make the dream work in the absence of Reap What You Sow, where it would have been a much more aggressive game. Onslaught is still running aggressive plays, but they're just playing such a defensive composition that it lends itself well to kind of sustainability in longer games. Yeah,
Stro, too, has just been playing really solid on the Lucy. Even dishing out pretty solid amounts of damage. It was, I saw a few times throughout that where he didn't seem to have too many problems dealing with Jeter for the most part. I mean, there was a lot of times where I saw Jeter would come jump in and then Stro's just sitting there like, either panicking him or just pumping him with Deadly Inject and all sorts of good stuff, really kind of keeping him at bay. But Onslaught, not too many issues for them. They are going to move on into the finals. Despite all of the change-ups with the roster and compositions, they are looking good right now, Arthur.
I would have to agree. I want them to try something more aggressive, something more high-paced. Maybe I'd figure out something that can work with Sirius that Stro plays. I don't know what the expanded pool of Stro's capacity is. We know he can play Uldur. He can play Lucy. What else does he have?
That's the thing. I'm not sure exactly what he's got in the pool. I mean, I'm sure he can play anything to some degree, but let's look at the bracket, see what we got coming up for you next. It is going to be, hey, there it is. It's going to be Excel Wizards and Deadly Explosion. Coming up, winner of that goes on to play Onslaught in the finals. Excel Wizards, Deadly Explosion. Of course, Deadly Explosion has been the team for the past, multiple weeks now, probably 3 or so. 2 or 3 maybe. Deadly Explosion have been playing Onslaught in the finals consistently. Excel Wizards, I remember one week they did beat Deadly Explosion, but then I think that was probably week 2, maybe even week 1. And really since then, Deadly Explosion seems to have been getting the better of them the times that they played. So we'll see today if Excel Wizards can take them down. That's the question. But Deadly Explosion, though, have been playing really, really well. Lately. I know we talked about it before. It's just really coming together as a unit. They've impressed me quite a bit. So we'll
I would have to agree. Excel Wizards versus Deadly Explosion is going to be very telling for kind of what the direction of you know, with the absence of Onslaught, now how does Excel Wizards fare against the new Onslaught? How does Deadly Explosion fare against the new Onslaught? With them being so close already, is this change of style actually going to set Deadly Explosion behind? Is it going to launch them forward? You know, what does this new playstyle mean for everybody in the scene where the North American scene has been really looked upon for its aggression and its just straight mechanical playing, mainly off the back of Onslaught? Does that identity shift?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure for quite a while now, people have been specifically looking at Onslaught and looking at their composition and the players in it and thinking, how can we beat this? You know, they've been really trying to, you know, break it down, think about how they can beat that particular setup. And now that they just go in and change things, it's like, well, I mean, anything, if they were, you know, what do they do now? As you were saying, what do they do now against them? So, you know, we'll have to see. But it's either going to be Excel Wizards or Deadly Explosion to kick us off in the finals against Onslaught. But matchup specific, Deadly Explosion. You know, how are you feeling? Initial thoughts? I'm thinking, I mean, Deadly Explosion has just been playing so well. To me, not that Excel Wizards are bad, but right now I feel as though Deadly Explosion is definitely just kind of a cut above Excel Wizards at the moment.
I would say that numerically that is a very smart option to pick. I want for my heart Excel Wizards to show us something.
Me too.
That can really blow this whole thing home. I want to see them doing Pearl combos. I want to see them taking maximum advantage of it. I think coordination is definitely something that they focus on, but execution and mechanics are not sometimes their strong suit. Sometimes they're kind of big whiffs on abilities and kind of beater on the floor, that kind of thing. And if they kind of had careful execution and were ready to confirm off of kind of certain hits of CC, then that would kind of be really good for Excel Wizards in terms of them constantly being able to make plays and push the game forward.
Well, and that's something too. I'm curious on the side of Excel Wizards, what they're going to be breaking out today for compositions, because you know, we've seen Niwa swap around recently to a few different things. I believe it was last week we saw him even playing some Pearl. He was trying to break that out. So, you know, we'll see. He's obviously a great Paloma player, one of the best of them in the world, really, on Paloma. But he can play pretty much any sport, so it just depends, you know, do they have something new to bring to us today? You know, I guess we'll find out. But agree, my heart's telling me I want to see Excel Wizards move on. Maybe see a little bit of Finlev Bako. Maybe. That's always fun to watch. You know, whether he is or he's not hitting ults, it's still fun to watch. You know, we like to have a good time with him there. But, you know, we'll see. We get into it. But also, big shout-out to Clarity if he's around. He gave us a fat host at the beginning of this show.
One of those thick hosts.
Yeah, thick hosts on Twitch. Gave us some extra viewers. Big shout-out to Clarity. You're a beast. Oh, our boy Niwa, I'm hearing, also gave us
I think
the
it's
host.
pronounced Niwa.
What?
Niwa.
Nihua.
Niwa.
Nihua. Thank you, Nihua, for your host as well, and anybody else that's doing it.
Such a calm, collected guy.
Yeah.
When you see Niwa, you just see
He is.
calm
chilling.
and collected.
Yeah. Lose around, he's unfazed. He's just chilling. He's just like sitting there playing the game. It's like whatever happened, you know, he's just going with the flow. He's going with the flow. What a beast he is. Seriously though, definitely keep an eye on his support play. He's an exciting player to watch, especially if he's playing that Paloma. Some really cool stuff you'll see out of him. But either way, we are about to be getting into our game here, folks. I'm sorry for some of the delays that come through, but we will be getting into it here relatively shortly. Loading up right now. Prediction. Rainy.
Excel Wizards is going to win. And if they win, it's going to be 5-4 and then 4-2. Or, sorry, 5-2.
Excel Wizards, you're saying. 5-4.
5-4, 5-2.
5-4, 5-2.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Gonna go with Deadly Explosion on this one. I think
if you were a betting man, that would be the one to take. Unless the odds on Excel Wizards are really high. Then maybe it's worth the
Yeah, it's true. You know, worth
bet.
the risk. You know, maybe you could come up big. Maybe you could come up big.
Come up huge. Look at this lineup here. We've got the Pearl and the Esmo.
This is the comp we saw out of Excel Wizards last week. I believe it was. See Niwa on that
trust
Pearl.
in it.
Yep, Finlev on the Esmo, and then Skywind, who's been playing quite a bit of Shifu recently as well. So this will be a fun one to watch.
Oh, lands a spear onto Trinth. Trinth's Lucy is on point, though, so you're going to need to be careful. No immaterial there for Skywind. He's going to land the Incapacitate. A lot of damage being put onto Afflosion.
Right now, let's see. Counter comes out. Nobody biting on that one. Out in no man's land. This is going to go immaterial there, Skywind. Now, oh, Jaws comes out from Niwa. Not going to get anybody in it, though. That's a lot of meter spent.
Yeah, it's very important that you actually land that. Oh, and now he's just going to get shot point blank. The bubble comes out. Watch out for the bullets behind that bubble. They still are active.
It's especially important with Pearl, too, because a lot of your EX abilities and even your R, that bubble shield, is really big to have, to be able to use. But Augflosion first to fall here. Excel Wizards, one-man advantage.
Excel Wizards making the dream happen. There's a good spear from Skywind, going to connect and force Trinity Infinity to spend mobility. Now Pearl is trying to stand in the way, get some for herself.
Getting panicked away, this Skywind. Regroup with the rest of the squad here. I mean, they're going to have total control of the center for now, but they are keeping them pressed back. Just about 30 seconds until we see the darkness closing in on them, too, so they're not going to be able to sit here for too long. And he goes for the Jaws again, but not going to connect with anybody, able to get away pretty easily. And the goo comes out from Trinth, but really no one getting caught inside of that one. Now Trinity Infinity in some trouble, and Trinth.
All alone by themselves. One's about to get Beybladed, one got told a bedtime story.
Yep. And now it's just sad. Deadly Explosion, though. Gonna go down around here early. Excel Wizards got it. Send in the towels, says Niwa.
Send in the towels, yeah. How many towels do you think Pearl needs?
I'd imagine one. A half of one. It's very small.
That's true.
Small person.
A hand towel is basically a bath towel for Pearl.
Yeah, right? I mean, just about. Maybe one of those like mid-sized towels. You know, a hand towel might be a bit too small.
Yeah.
I know, like mid-tier towels.
You're about right, I think.
Yeah. You know what I mean, mid-tier towel, guy in our ear. You know, like the medium size.
Ooh,
here we go.
Just barely whiffing the Chaos Grip. Gets panicked out, and that's kind of your punishment. Double Incap is going to put a lot of pressure, plus the Tater Stun is at the right time, and they avoid Skywind's counter. The only thing left is the Immaterial.
Orb is up. Excel Wizards able to secure, though. So far, both teams just sitting back on their sides, collecting up the greens that they have. And Augflosion in pretty deep at the moment. He's got a few guys in front of him. Jaws out again. Niwa spending a lot of meter with these Jaws. Hasn't connected on any of them quite yet.
Oh, what a Chaos Grip. We'll take down Augflosion. And this is really the benefit of this kind of composition with Philip heading up the charge, is it's so good at poke, and that Chaos Grip is so strong. Pulls you in and silences you. It used to stun, but I think the silence is just as good in many situations.
Oh, nice. Oh, the Chaos Grip into the Whirling Blade as well. And then they hit the counter. Trinth is not long for this world. He'll end up going down. And Trinity Infinity. Well,
he's just going to have to run, but the spear is good from Skywind. Yep. There it is.
Skywinds, you can really tell, see his Shifu play just getting better and better week to week too. He was back in some one of the older compositions that Excel Wizards was running. He was playing a lot of Varesh, and then just a few weeks ago switched over to the Shifu instead, Skywind. And he was definitely a little shaky with it at first, but is slowly improving. You can see him getting better week to week on Shifu, and it's showing for Excel Wizards here. I mean, they're so far taking on Deadly Explosion quite well, up to 0. I'm sure we'll continue to see that Shifu from Skywind get better as the weeks go on as well.
Let's see, dive is being spent to get that charged weapon shot. Will land the silence and followed up with a charged weapon strike. Could actually stagger that more for a little bit increased CC duration, but Augflosion already lost the majority of his health. Skywind is much in the same vein, but it does seem like they're able to wiggle themselves out of this situation better than Deadly Explosion can.
Well, Augflosion just getting demolished.
And that's kind of what we're talking about. Somehow, Skywind gets away with it while Afflosion just explodes.
Man, Ogflosion's actually been having trouble the past couple of rounds here. He's been getting punished pretty hard. It seems like Excel Wizards turn on him big time once he comes in. And he's definitely been having some trouble here. Trinity Infinity going down, Excel Wizards.
Maybe I guessed the score wrong. Maybe it's just going to be 5-0, 5-0.
I mean, you're not wrong so far. Excel Wizards have been kicking butt. Definitely, Ogflosion, generally, I mean, a fantastic Shifu player. I mean, the past few weeks he's been kicking butt. Definitely up there as one of the best in the North American scene. So far, really just been having some issues. And good on Excel Wizards for being able to get the read on him and follow up with the punishes. But, you know, if Deadly Explosion wants to get back into this game, they'll be looking for Ogflosion to come online, certainly.
Spends a counter. Nobody hits it. Gets Chaos Grip.
Oh, no!
What has occurred?
Oh, the thing. I've never seen this thing.
Did everybody die?
I don't know. Well, this is fun.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
So what was the score, 3-0?
3-0 for Excel Wizards.
I think they could probably 3-0 and replay from there.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's gonna be that'll be a tricky call. We'll see exactly what ends up happening there. But either way, Excel Wizards, they were looking great so far. I mean, they were kicking butt. I actually feel bad for them because they were just, running. Yeah, they were running Deadly Explosion.
What a way
right
to
there.
have a showstopper.
Yeah, really. Oh, that's gotta be.
I always imagine, like, you know, what if you were to play like 2v2 BattleRekt or BattleRekt? You know, you play 2v2, and then like while you're playing, you know, so the lights go dim, and like there's like this flickering and flashing and smoke shoots out of the stage.
The hash-slinging slasher.
You know, and then somebody walks out on stage. It's your 3v3 teammate. He like jumps in, and you guys start 3v2ing the guy.
I'm here.
Yeah.
To pound.
And everybody goes crazy. It's like, oh my God, it's Finlev.
Finlev is actually the hash-slinging slasher in this scenario. The lights flicker on and off.
Yeah.
And then here comes Finlev. Here to pound.
And then he just like suplexes people and elbow drops them and stuff like that.
Later, nerd.
And then when their team is nearly done, then all of a sudden, like, again, like something happens and like the music changes.
Is it BattleRekt music?
It could be the BattleRekt music, and Afflosion comes like rolling out from somewhere. I don't know.
He's like, "What up, B?"
That's how I think competitive BattleRekt should have been. Should have been literally a wrestling match.
Another missed opportunity
where people just tag in.
God,
and like
we should do that. Special edition of BattleRekt. Yo,
be
how
game
sick
mode.
would that be?
Cage match wrestling BattleRekt.
That would be so good. Put him in there to like fight while they're playing.
You could literally like beat up Shifu so hard that he drops his spear, and you're like Pearl with Shifu's spear. And you can like dive in and charge up Shifu's spear to get like the 20.
Boom! New game idea.
And then you put bubbles down, and then like,
oh hell yeah,
it slows down, and so Shifu can like walk. You ever seen that stupid thing that pros do, where they like they have the bubble in front of them and it slows down projectiles, and they just like walk up and they stand in front of it, and they just try to like wait, and like try to counter. But they did it too early, so the bubble's still like, and then the counter ends and it just gets smacked in the face by everything.
And then you're just you take all the brunt of everything in the bubble once, and then you're sad. You get put into the sad zone then.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in the sad zone. But
I think that what we're going to do is remake the server and go from the scoreline from before. So it's going to be 3-0 for Excel Wizards, and they're going to play from there.
Okay. So it's going to be 3-0 for Excel Wizards.
So what I think they need to do is they just need to kill each other off because they need the battle rights.
Yeah. That would probably be the ideal way to do it. I don't know.
Just have Excel Wizards kill off Deadly Explosion
3 times. Yeah.
3 times.
Pick the same battle rights.
Yep.
Well,
they get to choose who to pad their stats.
Oh,
who gets, like, the damage.
Get the spice, and then we'll get to the end game screen, and we'll just see, like, Niwa with 9 million damage every round.
Oh, my God, the Pearl.
Yeah.
The Pearl
Pearl dropping 1K damage every round.
You make a
Freaking
whole
beast.
like clickbaity Reddit post about it. Just like
Best Pearl.
SLS. Pearl does too much damage.
SLS hates him.
At the competitive level, Pearl can do 1k damage every round.
SLS hates him. A menace to competitive BattleRekt everywhere. I don't know. They're getting going somewhere. I believe.
I really
so.
do want art of all the characters in BattleRekt in like the rendition of the players. It's like they would be.
So you're
like
saying like a have like a Niwa version of Pearl.
Have like a verse version of Jumong. You know.
That would be sick. Yeah. So I'm being told, just to update you fine folks at home.
They are
Lovely
partaking
people.
in the joys of taking a human life repeatedly.
Yep. A digital human life. Digital
human life.
Can that be a thing? A digital human life? Yeah. Well, kind of. But yeah, so Lucy, the digital human, is being killed currently repeatedly 3 times in a row by Excel Wizards as they try and set the score back to 3-0.
I feel like this is a Ghost in the Shell question.
Is a what?
It's a Ghost in the Shell question.
Ghost in the Shell?
There'd be a digital, real human life.
Oh, yeah. Makes you think. Thinking face.
Obviously something that both of us can't do, establish in the EU broadcast.
Exactly. Don't give us a riddle.
No riddles.
Well, don't give me one. You got one, right?
No riddles.
I mean,
got
you could
one right.
give us
that was
one.
completely luck. Entirely luck.
No. Guy in our ears asking if we want a
I don't
riddle.
think he has a riddle. I don't think he's ready with one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, apparently he already does have a riddle, so...
All right.
Okay, give us a riddle. All right.
It's going to have to be a quick one here.
Yeah. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. All right. When you have me, you feel like sharing me. But if you share me, you don't have me. What am I?
When you have me, you feel like sharing me, but when you share me, you don't have me. Sorrows.
I mean, chat got it apparently.
When you have me, you feel like sharing me, but when you share me, you don't have me.
Apparently chat got it. Well, and I hear also that we're back in the game. For the reference, guy in our ear, what is the answer? So I know. Oh, a secret. Oh. That was easy
I mean,
enough.
it could be a secret between multiple people.
Oh, we are back into the game, folks. Excel Wizards, they got the 3-0 lead, as we saw before, and they're going to continue on with the match here. Apologize for the technical difficulties.
All right.
Let's see. Excel Wizards have been rolling thus far in the game. Goo is going to come out. Niwa only taking the initial damage of it. Oh, no.
My God.
Actually end up losing Finlev there, just getting caught.
Aflosia just putting out the real damage there. He got to constantly just swing away, build up his weapon charges, just poke.
Oh.
Cooked Pearl.
I
Grilled
don't-
fish.
Maybe this, the mishap was what Deadly Explosion needed. Get back into the game. Who knows?
To get the ball rolling, they had
Yeah.
a little huddle.
It's almost like a rain delay.
Yeah.
You know, a rain delay, and then the
Yeah.
team, whips it back around the other
Isn't this the
direction.
kind of stuff that get the fans to start fighting amongst each other, like fist fighting and being like, this is...
Over rain delays. I don't know. Maybe some people fist fight over rain
some
delays.
people. I feel like this kind of stuff is like, oh, we would have won if it wasn't for that. It's just like,
Oh,
oh, your
yeah.
team sucks. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
start fighting.
People get real salty on Twitter about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, oh, ref, you suck. Like all that kind of crap.
Admin, please. He doing it sideways.
Oh,
Oh,
double cap.
my God. Afflosion. Skywin, watch out. Oh, he tried to spear for Invul.
Well,
Not actually the worst scenario, especially because they got the orb. So that actually didn't go too poorly for them. And Skywin didn't take too much damage. They didn't even, because they went for Skywin and Skywin didn't take damage, they lost the opportunity. Oh my God, but that's real bad.
oh, now. Oh, the ultimate. Nope.
Oh, didn't get the opportunity to use Chaos Grip on anybody. Gets the taser stun. Arcane Barrier is out. Finlev makes it to safety, and he's going to have his mobility after this in-cap. Everybody jumps away from the Shark.
Oh, man. Again. Knee whiff.
Oh, actually hits into the counter.
Oh, man. Ogflosion's going to have to be real careful after coming out of that. Immaterial. So hurt. So is Trinity Infinity.
Nice! The EX Spear, and he activates the counter on the hit. He could have activated the counter on the EX Spear, but I think that was better.
Ogflosion's so hurt down there. Oh. Also is Trinity Infinity. Ultimate getting dropped again. Trent rolling out just in time.
They know that they're choking Deadly Explosion out of options. As long as Skywin can actually live, they're actually in a really good spot. He's been countering. He's been kiting real well. The Shark comes down into the gate 1. This is dead. You're dead.
Oh, boom.
That was actually beautiful kiting from Excel Wizards. They're still hot.
Yeah, they feeling good that round. The one round Deadly Explosion got just, you know, they had to take a second to warm back up.
That kiting was actually phenomenal from Skywin. His counter timing, and actually more so than that, Deadly Explosion's lack of respect for the counter as well really hurt them. Meanwhile, Excel Wizards were really playing on the ball. They put Offlosion into awkward situations and let him kind of waste out his counter, as well as punishing with, you know, ultimate spending, and then finally landed the Shark. And once you land the Shark, everything goes dark, and Niwa kills you.
Shark.
Shark.
Here we go. That's a map point for Excel Wizards here. Looking really good thus far. Composition counter is going to get hit. Skywin looking to re-engage. Counter, they're not biting on Ogflosion's counter. Like, really, he's hardly hit it throughout this game. They've been so disciplined, Excel Wizards, in not hitting that. Jaw's going to land
Does he
here.
have a dive? He doesn't have a dive.
No.
And Petrify is going to mitigate a lot of the damage, so that was actually a good situation for Deadly Explosion there.
Nice Chaos Grip from Finlev to flick over to Trinity Infinity. But yeah, Deadly Explosion doing a good job of dealing with those Jaws.
Taser is going to whiff. Skywin misses his Impale, and he misses the Spear, but gets a counter. Oh my god, Finlev in such an awkward spot.
Please.
He's going to jump outside.
Double in cap. Beautiful.
Nice. Really well done from Skywin. And now this time it's going to be Finlev that has to kite. He uses the book to get the center orb.
Oh, nice Chaos Grip from Finlev.
Oh my god, bad spot. Actually, he's going to lose out that fight. Trinity Infinity is, and here comes the ultimate. He's dead.
Oh.
Finlev just straight outplayed there.
Oh, baby.
That's one of those golden Finlev moments.
The golden Finlev.
The golden Finlev moment. That was beautifully done.
That was. Finlev playing himself some beastly Esmo here, but
Skywin with the real great. They're just playing around each other so well. And this is what I mean, where sometimes you watch... Okay, I think Pearl's dead here.
Oh, yep. That was well-timed.
Danger time.
2v2.
Finlev's really low.
2v2. Need to get this orb. Oh, yes. Excel Wizards able to secure the orb as well, but the Petrify coming out onto Finlev. Let's see. He's good for now. Oh, into the ultimate, though. Oh, Offlosion getting just ripped apart.
Yeah, Skywin's at such an advantage right now. They're going to leave him here. The next read on the counter is...
Oh, the book is down, too. Oh, man.
And now Offlosion is dead.
Wow. Beautifully done by Excel
He's have his
Wizards.
counter up in just a bit. And they need to make the read on it. They're waiting for it. He's playing the mind game. You can see. Oh,
no,
the book was
even gonna go for it.
It's very tempting because there's so many projectiles. It's super hard to actually not hit a counter on a character like Esmo.
Yeah.
So that really baited it out. 5-1. Excel Wizards.
Not exactly what I was expecting out of the gate. I mean, we know these guys. They've gone back and forth before. They've each taken series off of each other. As of late, Deadly Explosion normally the ones getting the better of Excel Wizards, but Excel Wizards coming out strong today. Really, really strong.
We were talking about that whole thing about how Excel Wizards and watching them, and sometimes it just really seems like it's all gelling together and they're fitting well, and what they're doing is like very high level and very coordinated. And I think that's one of those moments. Everybody was playing around the cooldown so well, and they were really making use of their characters. The kiting was on point, kind of covering for their teammates when they were low was really well done. And it's hard to beat Excel Wizards when they're playing like that, and especially when Finlev has his golden Finlev moments.
Gotta love golden Finlev moments. And the other thing, Excel Wizards were just so so good doing that game is not letting Augflosion really get much into the game. Because, I mean, Augflosion is a beastly Shifu. He's been one of the crucial parts of this team, of this Deadly Explosion team, really helping drive their success. And, I mean, he couldn't really do what he normally does today. Excel Wizards they dealt with him beautifully. It just seemed like they knew every time that he was about to counter. They just had like perfect reads on him. They hardly ever hit his counter, and it was just very tough for Augflosion to do what he often does. So hats off to Excel Wizards there. I think they dealt with him beautifully, but we'll see maybe if they decide to go with anything different going into map number 2. Clearly, this composition though for Excel Wizards working beautifully. So far, Skywind playing quite well himself on the Shifu, really fitting into that role quite well.
We will see if there's any changes coming up here. We do know that Excel Wizards is actually very flexible with their compositions, but I don't think they feel under any pressure to change anything. What will Deadly Explosion do? If it ends up being Onslaught versus Excel Wizards, that would be very interesting to me as well, because that's kind of not really something that we've thought about a lot, and especially not under the context of the team being averse Stro and Ninjas.
Yeah, that'll certainly be interesting when we get to it. I mean, regardless of who moves on to go play Onslaught, it's going to be it's really interesting to watch. But so far, Excel Wizards cruising. You think they're just going to keep going through, pick up game number 2 and done? They were your pick originally.
They were. They got the 5-1. I think this is going to be, I still want to say it'll be a 5-2 win.
5-2.
Yeah, in the second half.
Yeah. All right, that's fair.
Because I can see Deadly Explosion picking up a little bit of steam, you know?
Yeah. Maybe start to get counter
what's going on
here.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little tougher, but I think Excel Wizards will be able to do it. I think they're feeling comfortable. They kind of feel like they know what's going on, and they've kind of shaken out some of the webs.
Yeah,
kind of
cobwebs.
Cognizant of some of the situations that may arise and kind of what they need to do to make sure that their execution is on point. So I think they'll do really well.
Yeah, they're certainly looking good to take it. If they do, they play Onslaught in the finals. So this is a big one for Excel Wizards. I think it's been a little while too since Excel Wizards have been in the finals. Maybe ? Can't remember.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has been a little while since they've been into the finals. So this is certainly their moment to bring it back today. They've just been on point against Deadly Explosion, who's been one of really the best teams, top 2 in the North American side of things. So we'll see when we get into it. I'm feeling good about Excel Wizards here too. I think they're gonna move forward and take it. My pick originally was Deadly Explosion, but I mean, with the way Excel Wizards has been playing, it's it's tough to knock it, but we'll see. Of course, now that I go and pick Excel Wizards, you know who's gonna win?
Just a sheep.
This game. Yeah.
You may as well be bleating.
Yeah.
On desk. Is that what you call
Lamb
bleat?
to the what?
Bleat is the
bleat
thing that sheeps do. Bleat. Yeah.
What is bleating? Oh, when they do their noise.
That's what. That's the noise they make.
Bleating. Oh, interesting. Yeah. The more you know. The educational portion of the BattleRekt stream, brought to you by Rainy and Guy in Our Ear. Thank you.
You are learning a lot today.
I am. I'm learning not to fall for stupid logic questions. Because when I answered the one earlier,
you were so sure.
Well, no, it was. I even told myself in my head, I'm like, this is too obvious. I'm like, this can't be the right answer because it's just too obvious.
It's too obvious.
Like, that's what they want you to answer.
Oh, man.
But anyway, enough the BS. Here's map number 2, Excel Wizards. Just 5 rounds away from being able to move on. And it seems as though Deadly Explosion, they're going to stay with their same composition. And Excel Wizards, of course, they're staying same as well. And now orbs up. Excel Wizards grab that first one. Not a whole lot of engage here, though. Just kind of poking. Niwa goes over, tries and gets some of the greens. He's getting stunned up, actually taking a decent bit of damage. Already used his bubble shield.
Explosion posting up the selfie.
Oh,
nice. That actually turned out really well for Excel Wizards, and now Deadly Explosion is under deep counterattack, as it were, but they're able to take the center orb, and soon enough, Shifu's going to be a spinning, and that's going to really hurt. Oh, he tried to go for the initiation, but didn't quite get it.
Ooh, couldn't cap the shutdown, the ultimate, but still Augflosion taking a bit of damage there. As Augflosion still looking to get in. They hit his counter this time, dueling it out with Skywind. Double in cap from Skywind.
And they get the orb. Skywind is really going ham right now, but he needs to be careful about his health. The shark comes through, will actually land it. And so it's going to go past the barrier
got the
here.
Charged M1 as well. That is so good. Oh, Trent, he's so low. Ah, there they go.
Yep,
Get the
Finlev
finishing
for the
blow.
kill.
Yeah, Finlev takes him down, but they get the cross kill here. So we're looking at a 2 versus 2 situation, but the healing is on the side of Excel Wizards and the health advantage staunchly in their favor. Plus they end up losing Augflosion.
Here comes the second ultimate.
Oh,
and the chaos
nice.
grip. Yep. Easy. Easy peasy. Finlev knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Easy. Freelo.
GG
Freelo.
First round to Excel Wizards off the back of a shark combo and some just really good CC play. Niwa, or rather Skywind, getting double incapacitates all day. That kind of CC is nothing to laugh at, man.
Yeah.
You get so much momentum off of it. Being able to land those, so beneficial for your team.
Yeah. It currently creates a huge opening. But Excel Wizards now have the 1-0 lead in our map number 2. Let's see here. Counter hit immediately by Skywind. He's looking to get onto Trinth. Barrier already used. What else does Trinth have in the bank if they decide to get back onto him? Orb's up. Gonna be going for that. And Excel Wizards getting the orb yet again. Something that hasn't been one of their strongest suits out there. They've been doing pretty decent with orb control today. So far, nice Chaos Grip again from Finlev here onto Trinity Infinity.
Both bears and mobility spent on Trinity Infinity, so he could be exposed here. And it looks like, oh, the miss on the Petrifying Bolt as well. Niwa and Finlev can be quite dangerous, and they pull Lucy in, has to use a swift roll, and there's a punish. The shark comes through, and the dive here is ready. There could be a lot of damage coming through, but I think Niwa just messed it up.
Yeah.
Nice incapacity. All 3 members CC'd up. Finlev needs to be careful. They're going to look for the next opportunity to punish, but there's also a very low health on their side, so they need to be careful.
Deadly Explosion getting that orb. Now Augflosion looking to come right back in here. He's on Finlev. Arcane Barrier used. Oh, and they hit his counter too. Niwa getting petrified.
Skywind's in trouble. Getting hit by that taser was bad news. Here comes the ultimate drop, and it's not going to hit anybody.
Oh, this is trouble. Gotta get Finlev quick here.
Nice Petrifying Bolt there.
Finlev had no more outs. It's just Niwa 1 versus 3. He's got a lot of health, but I don't think it's going to be enough to deal with all this pain coming towards him right here. He ends up going down. So Deadly Explosion coming back with round. All tied up 1-1.
Excel Wizards had a big opportunity to punish off the shark when Trinth used Swift Roll, but that might have even been too aggressive committing the shark at that time. I think if they had stabilized their team in that situation and then went for some big play with ultimates, or even just use a shark to bait out more mobility on a more favorable target, the positioning of Trinth wasn't exactly ideal, and the fact that everybody jumped on Niwa right when the shark happened meant that Niwa was under pressure and couldn't really hit the timing that he wanted for a silencing charged M1.
Well, now gonna see Deadly Explosion. Gotta come up big in this map. Are starting to see Augflosion already getting into the back lines, trying to put that pressure on Finlev, immediately refocusing over to Skywind though as he came in into his crosshairs. Finlev's been beautiful with landing these Chaos Grips here today. Double incap from Augflosion. Skywind is taking quite a number.
Yeah,
Skywind
tried to make something happen, but just wasn't good positionally. Kunju is activated. Oh,
he's gotta be careful.
Misses. They're still very far behind.
Yeah, Skywind's got to tread very, very carefully here. Making one mistake will cost him his life. He goes for the counter. It's not going to land, and the bubble shield was already used. Immaterial, but once that's up, I don't know if he's going to have much else. Now he got the barrier from Finlev, but now he's really all out of it, especially after using that counter. Augflosion turns, gets the right click, and takes down Skywind. So it's a 2v3. They're going to have to convert on a kill here quickly. They want to get back into this round, but the Petrify coming out. Oh, and the Jaws not going to connect with anybody.
Oh.
Get some good damage back.
At least started a little bit of something.
Oh, no.
He actually gets a counter and it pushes Afflosion back.
He's got to dive. He doesn't have it, though. That's trouble. 1v3 for Finlev. That might seal the deal. Ooh.
There it is.
Juicy damage.
Deadly Explosion goes 2 rounds, so Excel Wizards has to sweep 4-0.
Yep. That's right. For the prediction to come true, Excel Wizards got to go 4 straight rounds.
Deadly Explosion played really solid that round, though, so it does seem kind of scary from that perspective for Excel Wizards. Have they been figured out?
Have they been figured out? I don't know. Deadly Explosion certainly looking a lot better this time around than the last map, but there's still a lot of game left to play in this map, so I mean, who knows? Excel Wizards have plenty of opportunities to come back in here. Oh, Chaos Grip from range. He's going to land onto Trinth, but he's all right for now. Barrier being used. And hitting the counter was Explosion. He's all the way in the back here. He's dueling it out with Skywind. Skywind's actually looking to continue the pressure on him, but now both teams regrouping, resetting. And cap onto Finlev. Oh,
situation here where Deadly Explosion is controlling the middle and Skywind can't really seem to get anything started.
Yeah.
And that's really, oh my god, everybody's just incapacitated.
Everywhere. Oh my god, Finlev still in cap. Up there. Got in capped again. Oh, good combination of the Chaos Grip into the charged M1 from Finlev and Niwa, though. Oh, Skywind hanging on barely. Needs to get some heals.
They tried to make a play with the Shifu ultimate, but they couldn't quite do it.
Oh, hitting the counter. Skywind gets the bubble shield, goes for his counter again, but it's not going to do anything. Skywind desperately trying to get out of there, but the tractor beam is just pulling him right back in.
Oh, there it is.
Couldn't get away. His little legs were moving, but weren't taking him anywhere. Jaws coming in. See, gonna look for the combination here. Oh, the return on the goo to get the damage, maybe distract him up a little bit. Oh, what the hell? Well, Niwa just got melted. Now down goes Skywind. Oh man, I don't know, Rainy. I think Deadly Explosion might have their number this time around.
Deadly Explosion is clawing their way back, and now it's 3-1, and they seem to be really stemming Skywind's aggression at this point. Whereas before it was working out so well. I mean, the map architecture is very different, and playing around this map is quite complex. Esmo is very strong here, but because you have Skywind and Niwa as your partners, Skywind being melee and Niwa being a support, they're kind of pulling you away from that wall that you like so much as Esmo. You either choose to give away center orb control or only come in for when it spawns and tries to fight hard for it, or you kind of hide behind the corner of the map and just play the wall and try to get efficient trades.
It seems like this time around, too, Skywind's having a lot more trouble, being effective, whereas it was Augflosion who was having that issue during map number 1. But as I say that, Augflosion has taken quite the beating off the start of this round. It's currently trying to go at Niwa up at the top of your screen there. Getting in capped. Oh, so close to going down. They double stacked the zap and the barrier. Jaws coming through. Augflosion almost walking into it. And now it's going to be out there. Oh, that is just such good combinations onto Trinth as well as he came out of those Jaws. Augflosion falls. Looking good for Excel Wizards here.
Trinity Infinity barely surviving, just has a zap to his name.
Oh, the 180 from Finlev with the Chaos Grip. That was a beaut. That's a beaut.
That's a fantastic play.
Essence of 213 on that flick. You know, your boy Nikita. All right, Excel Wizards get around back though, 3-2.
Who's Nikita?
Who's Nikita?
It's my favorite line.
Hi, chat. Can you tell me who Nikita is, please? All right,
there it is. They're back into it, and it's just a slogfest at this point.
Oh, double in cap for Augflosion. Staying all over Niwa right now. Augflosion, though, not getting his counter hit, so it's time for him to be careful. Actually pulling in Finlev towards him. Counter not hit from Niwa either. Good job of putting that bubble down, knowing they were going to engage, but he hits. Oh, he hits Augflosion's
big trouble. He needs to wait until his immaterial comes up, which should be very soon. He gets away. Now, ultimate is available for Esmo. And this might be an opportunity where you use Immaterial on Shifu to go aggressive, but then the ultimate gets dropped onto your feet, and all of a sudden you're clueless as to what to do.
Oh, into the chop chop. Oh, that was beautiful. In cap into the jaws. Niwa gonna set him down here. Doesn't have the charged M1. He goes Immaterial immediately. Skywind incredibly hurt here as well, but was able to hit his counter there. There's a good job, and he goes straight into his ultimate, but everybody had their outs. He forces them to expel their outs, and the dropped ultimate from Finlev actually puts an end to Trinth. So looking at a one-player advantage for Excel Wizards. Skywind still hanging on to just 9 health, though.
Really dangerous situation to be in, and I think Excel Wizards will comfortably gain control of it. So it's back. They're tied up now. This is just about as close as it gets. Maybe if Deadly Explosion won one map, it would be even more intense, but...
All right, well, Excel Wizards, yeah, they've managed to totally turn it around again. Well, I guess they didn't really turn it around before. Deadly Explosion turned it around. Now Excel Wizards, so much turning. It's just so much turning. Can't handle it. I'm getting motion sick. All right.
Good panic. Trinth might be in trouble. He spends a swift roll. Skywind is just running after him. Lands the impale. Gets the counter, but that loses him the orb.
All right. So, both teams 2 rounds away from it here. Augflosion, be careful, goes in material. I should say, oh, down there, Trinth getting melted by the ultimate. The Jaws was dropped as well. So many ultimates used from Excel Wizards there.
Jaws just seemed like ice cream on the cake.
Yeah, that was like,
overkill.
The overkill, yeah. It's like, just in case the Whirling Blade doesn't do anything. Oh, now actually Augflosion coming back with a Whirling Blade of his own. Skywind is so hurt and ends up going down, so they trade out there. It's 2 versus 2. And the greens are up, and Deadly Explosion are going to be able to grab those. Build up that max health just a little bit on Augflosion, but nice Chaos Grip into the charged M1 again from Finlev and Niwa. No, not going to bite on the counter. That's... Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, he's so hurt. He's going to space in and go and secure that kill, and now even actually drop his ultimate to make sure that he gets the center orb. Finlev having a play right here.
1v1. Can he get him? Oh!
Oh,
Run,
man.
Finlev!
Finlev
He
plus.
gets a snare on him. He's trying to dodge the rockets.
Oh, this is going to be tight. Orb up.
Nice.
Oh, the in cap. Beautiful. Very well done by Trinity Infinity.
Oh, juked them.
Now Finlev's going to have to play just about perfect.
He's trying to drain life. Nice. With the taser on the channel. He's going for it. He gets it. He gets it without taking a tick.
That is incredible.
The damage!
I don't think he has enough.
He
regardless.
Wins. It's done.
Yep. That's it. Oh, good. Solid effort, though, regardless, from Finlev. But Trinity Infinity pulling out the big one. Puts them on a map point here. If they win it, it's going to be a third and final one to decide who goes into the finals. That's Onslaught. So Excel Wizards on the ropes here. Let's see.
4-3. They nearly had it. It'll take a little more discipline and strategy. A cleaner kill to get them in a situation where they can get that round win.
Oh, man. It's not looking good off the start here for Skywind either. He's already just taken so much damage. He might just end up going down. Doesn't hit his counter. Oh, he's going to need... Oh, I was going to say maybe a bubble shield, but he manages to get out of there. This is already going to be incredibly difficult for Excel Wizards to overcome the health deficit in this round. Certainly not impossible, though. Finlev gets the bubble shield. In caps all over the place. Finlev getting crushed. Oh, man.
The huge impact there, giving a lot of pressure onto the side of Deadly Explosion. That really seems to be the name of the game. Both these Shifus here are really looking to lock down and secure a situation where they can take so much pressure off of themselves.
Oh, man. Well, there you have it. Deadly Explosion sending it to a third map. They're not done yet.
5-3.
They are not done yet.
Deadly Explosion is a very quick learning team.
That's right.
They have a lot of young talent on there.
A lot of young talent, a lot of grit. First in, last out kind of guys, if you know what I mean. You know,
my God.
not afraid to get down and dirty. But really, though, hats off Deadly Explosion. They return, get a map back in their favor, and we're going to see a decider.
We're going to see a decider.
We're going to see a decider, my boys. Well, I mean, that totally threw me for a loop. Now, with that being, I mean, who takes map number 3? What is this?
You got to stick to your guns.
You sticking to your guns?
If Excel Wizards wins, then I get the dinner back.
All right. Excel Wizards wins. You get the dinner back. All right. Deal. I'll take that.
We just stole the dinner away from Guy in our ear.
Yeah. Guy in our ear was very sad.
You guys didn't even bet anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we didn't bet anything.
Yeah.
And so he gets nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, Guy in our ear is getting violent.
Uh-oh. Everybody's is wanting to commit acts of violence against each other here.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, okay, so Excel Wizards, if they win, you get the dinner back. I think did I flip-flop before? I didn't think I stuck to my guns.
I think you might have flip-flopped a little.
All right, well, since you're taking Excel Wizards here, I still want the dinner.
Yeah.
So naturally, my prediction goes the way of Deadly Explosion.
Deadly Explosion. I still think Deadly Explosion is a smart pick, but I believe in Excel Wizards. I believe they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, they
need to
they showed they could
take
do it map
themselves
1.
to a very peaceful place. They need to just meditate and ponder on their actions for a little while.
Yep, talk it out, maybe a little meditation. You know, think it through. They could learn some stuff from Sirius, man. I mean, Sirius is like Sirius is just the holy man. He's, he knows what's up about the spirituality. Get yourself back into it. The moon and sun.
Constellations confluence.
He's a very wise man.
He speaks like he's a wise man, but that doesn't mean he is.
Well,
I mean, what has he said that is actually wise? He just keeps talking about, like, the names of things in space.
Yeah. Hey, he sounds like his voice sounds smart. So
he's like a Neil deGrasse Tyson without stories.
Yeah. Exactly. Sirius confirmed Neil deGrasse Tyson. All right, map number 3.
Niwa trying to kite. He's just walking away from Explosion and dives behind the wall. That's going to disable Niwa from being able to heal, but tags the silence on the back of Trin.
Oh, into the chop. Into the in cap.
Goes back to join Finlev on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Skywind is trying to figure out a way to get out of here.
Didn't hit the counter of Skywind. He's just trying to get out. The tractor beam's pulling him back in. I don't know if he can make it away from this. Oh, the counter comes through just in time. And he gets the bubble shield on top of it.
Oh, God! He's immaterial. The counter's down.
Wow.
I can't believe Skywind is still alive.
Uh-oh, this might be
counter.
trouble,
Oh,
though.
he misses the spear, too, and he gets rocketed in the back. He tried to go for the green orbs.
Close, but no cigar. All right. Well, waves.
And both.
Both able to get out.
Yeah, Trinity.
Actually, I thought he got one for a second.
Run.
Oh, in cap on Aniwa. He's so hurt. Got the arcane shield, but he needs to tread carefully here. Oh, got his dive up just in time, but ends up going down. Yeah, the positioning just not ideal there. Finlev pretty far separated from him as well. So Deadly Explosion going to take round number 1 in map number 3 here. And, a lot of teams playing the Dragon Garden Knights today.
It's a very popular map.
Yeah.
I think it's a good map for 3v3.
Yeah. I quite enjoy it. I like the regular Dragon Garden too. The night version are a little bit better for me, at least, for my taste. But well, here we go. Deadly Explosion about to pop out of here. Ogflosion has definitely come online. Really much more than he was in map number 1, at least. He's kind of found his rhythm and has been making big impact plays for Deadly Explosion here as he's already looking to get onto Finlev. Actually, quite a bit of focus was onto Finlev there momentarily. Ogflosion wants to continue to hunt him down. Arcane Barrier comes out, but he gets the Chaos Grip. Man, Finlev's having a rough time here. He has to space out. When's the second one going to come?
No,
they're just going to hunt him down. using Arcane Barrier. He's going to need maybe a Bubble Shield if it's up.
Definitely wants it. The Bubble Shield comes up and he's able to jump out of the way. But he's still in trouble, puts the book down.
And he's separated still. Land the Chaos Grip. Oh.
Oh, such a dangerous situation.
I'm like, I can't say anything just because he's like, the anticipation's killing me.
It's such a dangerous situation. Gets a little bit of a heal there. There's a second one. Skywind's in trouble now.
Oh, man. The Goo came out and he was able to dive away. Ogflosion pulled Finlev back in. Oh, he spaced away a second time. Hits the counter, though, and then he will end up falling. Niwa, last one up. That should do it for him. He's going to use Jaws, but they all are able to just juke it. So,
oh boy, this does seem to be on track for the dinner to never come back to me.
Yep, I'm keeping the dinner, boys.
Oh God.
Where do I have Carpet take me is the question.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Do you want sushi, Korean barbecue?
Oh, Korean
ramen?
barbecue. Oh, that's sounding spicy to me. Oh, I think I might go for the KBBQ. Carpet, if you're watching, you're going to be owing me some KBBQ here unless Excel Wizards start popping off. Well, let's see. I'm sure they're not done yet.
Let's see how this initiation goes. Skywind in the middle gets a good counter, but how many resources does he have to fight it out? He misses a spear, or rather he pops his EX material, and Flosion misses a spear to try to reinitiate on the back line. And that means that Skywind is pretty successfully keeping Deadly Explosion busy.
Going Skywind onto Trinth. Goo came out as well. Finlev really just trying to get out, gets pulled back in by Ogflosion. Beautifully done. He's done that a number of times so far in this game, and Finlev in dire straits at the moment, using that Arcane Barrier. Niwa's currently in cap, gets the, got the Bubble Shield on him just in time. Finlev able to get out of there, but still the hunt is on right now into the Whirling Blade onto Trinity Infinity. Finlev ends up going down. Jaws came out, but it didn't actually get anybody in it. So this is a troublesome spot for Excel Wizards right now.
The CC from Deadly Explosion is so good. They know exactly when they want to control the situation and reset themselves, give themselves some time to breathe, get some space, build some cooldown. And that double CC, incapacity onto Pearl, incapacity onto Shifu, they're really communicating.
Yeah, they, poor Niwa. Deadly Explosion up 3-0. Map number 3, Excel Wizards. What are you doing?
They're about to 5-0 them.
What are you doing?
They're on the way.
So angry. I'm pissed.
Why are you angry?
Actually, I'm not
have
angry.
to
I'm
be
about
so
to get
mad?
I'm about to get a free dinner. Actually, I'm not angry.
Yeah, you shouldn't be angry.
Why am I angry? Give him free food. Get the hell out of here. I now realize why I'm not angry. But 3-0. Deadly Explosion. Man, the adapting that Deadly Explosion has done throughout this series really well, and Excel Wizards really never counter-adapted themselves. They kind of just kept doing what they were doing from map number 1, and well, see, maybe they still have time to get back in it, but you don't want to wait much longer, that's for sure. Now it's Slice and Dice coming out from Ogflosion.
The immaterial was a good pop there, and Sky was really trying to make something happen. He gets a counter, and now he's going to go into the Whirling Blade, but he lost too much health.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is for Excel Wizards right now. It's just, they just can't seem to get into this map at all. Finlev dropping his ult to try and get the orb, and they don't even hit the Jaws there either from Niwa. I mean, did get them to expend some mobility cooldowns, but Finlev's gonna fall here, and Niwa soon to follow him back into the respawn. Q Deadly Explosion.
4-0.
Oh, I just want to yell.
This is off the back of just a lot of good synergy, using Team CC to make sure they lock down their target and prevent all odds of any kind of peeling from the side of Excel Wizards. And it's working out wonderfully. A lot of the pressure comes up, and Skywind can't seem to quite quite mitigate enough of it, as well as put out enough of his own. I think that puts Excel Wizards in an awkward spot where they kind of need Skyward to open up to pave the way for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and Augflosion on the side of Deadly Explosion is just in full flow right now, doing what we're used to seeing him do. Play at the level that we're used to seeing him play at. Oh,
God.
man. Double posty
God.
selfing, and that might turn into a slaughter for them as Augflosion wants to get all over these guys into the back line here.
Petrifying Bolt.
Let's see. There's a Material Skywind. Augflosion missing that right click. Oh, the double Petrify out from Trent into Incaps.
They really messed that one up.
Yeah, it could have been executed on certainly much better, but that's right. They have a health advantage, at least for now. Orb goes the way of Excel Wizards, but now into the ultimate, really melting up Trent right there. Good clarity potion to at least knock him back a little bit. But now Jaws coming through Niwa yet again, having trouble with the connection.
Yeah, I think right now is a dangerous situation, especially with Finliff hitting the grip like that. They need to watch out for their health levels. Afflosion is low, and now so is, oh my god, Lucy is getting low too. Trent needs to be super careful, and there's a lot of firepower behind Finliff here. He gets another pull. If you jump, you die.
Oh.
There's a jump. Is Finliff going to jump in? Ultimate. There it is.
Yep.
He flicks around.
Yes.
Yes, easy. Too
Beautiful.
easy. Saw it coming from a mile away.
Yep.
He had binoculars up. He saw that over the hill.
Oh, yeah. Easy. It was a clear day, too. No fog, nothing. But now Augflosion. Adding the stats up a little bit for now. And now he's done my spear.
My spear.
Excel Wizards, get around on the board. Here we go. They're doing the thing. They're doing the thing. Can they keep doing it? Yeah. Can they keep doing the thing, though, Rainey? That's the question.
I always believe. I believe in my dinner.
Yeah?
I believe in Excel Wizards as well.
For the dinner.
They need to tap into kind of, oh my gosh. There were many opportunities in that last game where they landed CC, but they kind of broke it themselves. And here we go, just the constant pestering of double incapacitates over and over and over again.
Nice. That's good. I like the incap into the Chaos Grip and then just combined Focus Fire.
No,
Skywind. Oh, goes immaterial, but he's just going to back up with that. Meet up with the boys. Wait to re-engage here. He hits a spear from downtown. Oh, no, they're not going for his counter. He might need a little bit extra help here. Dodges the M2, but still, oh, good job hitting that counter there as he keeps pressure up onto Trinity Infinity. Oh, gets incapped. Oh, this is going to be a lot of trouble for Skywind. He needs the greens. Goes in material. Bubble shield on top of it, but he ends up going down anyway.
Yep.
Oh.
That was a very solid line of play there from Deadly Explosion. Now watch out, Esmo does have ultimate here.
Oh, a lot of shield stacking onto Augflosion right now. He goes into the ult. Niwa's, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to pull this one. Oh, the double jaws. He doesn't hit either of them.
Deadly Explosion move on with the 5-1 scoreline at the last map. 2-1. Excel Wizards looked like they almost had something going for them, but Deadly Explosion just started rolling. They completed their file download.
Yep.
That contained all of Excel Wizards' secret strategies.
Yep. And they have downloaded with tremendous speed after game one, and Deadly Explosion just looking really good now. Once they got through map number one, they really, as you said, figured out Excel Wizards. It was just easy peasy from there on out, especially map number 3 here.
CC into the face of their opponents.
Yeah, really. Yeah, they really doing a good job. Augflosion continuously getting, I mean, really big incaps, double incaps numerous times, which really came up big for the boys there on Deadly Explosion. So they will be moving into the finals to play Onslaught. Let's check it out. Bracket thing. And here we are. Onslaught, Deadly Explosion. They're up next. They're the finals to come. Deadly Explosion narrowly passing Excel Wizards here, but this is the one that we've been waiting for, right? These guys have gone at it week after week in the finals against each other, playing each other in the semis and the finals throughout the entirety of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. Really kind of turning into I don't want to say a bit of a rivalry amongst them in the North American side of things. So we'll see if Deadly Explosion can take on this new iteration of Onslaught.
Yeah.
For now, that's the question.
The new iteration of Onslaught. I wonder if they're going to play something different.
Yeah, I don't know.
Double healer.
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, we'll find out when we come back from break, guys. Grand Finals coming up week 6 of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. Don't go anywhere. See you in a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the grand finals. They're just about to get kicked off here for BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds, week number 6. It's going to be Onslaught, and it is going to be Deadly Explosion, two very familiar faces in the North American BattleRekt scene. My name's Gex. This is Rainy. We're just about to get things kicked off here. Let's take a look at the bracket right away so you can see how both these teams got here to this point. Onslaught taking out Unsung 2-0. And then you had Deadly Explosion coming through and taking Excel Wizards 2-1 in a pretty close game. Excel Wizards took map number 1, and then it was all Deadly Explosion after that, just rolling right through, especially in that third and final map. They started to really come together and looking, they started to look really solid. But, with that, these guys are playing for some money, right? These guys are playing for cold, hard cash. It is $500 for first place. Whoever wins this match, I bit my tongue during that now. $500 for first, $300 for second place. And then, of course, our other two teams here that played in our top 4 will be going home with $100 each. But these guys are trying to bring home the $500 here in this final matchup. Should be a good one, right? So to kind of set the context here, these guys obviously been playing against each other a lot in NA BattleRekt. And now it's a different Onslaught team. They've won 5 weeks in a row of BattleRekt the Proving Grounds, right? They've won 5 weeks in a row. Teams have come close to beating them, including Deadly Explosion, but no one has quite done it. But we have a different Onslaught this week here, right, Rainey?
If there's going to be a week to do it, it's this week.
Yep.
So this is the week. This is the go time for any team that wants to be Onslaught right now because they're in a new lineup, and what you saw is a very, very strong player and a very big part of how Onslaught finds victory. And so now that they're missing one piece of kind of the super team that has been in North America for the longest time, we'll see. Stro is also a very great player.
Yeah, he's been playing great.
You really do have to think about some of the synergies, right? Stro, Ninja's kind of fulfilling the same role. Of course, Ninja's is a very aggressive support, and Stro, while also aggressive, didn't play aggressive set champions, right? And also Stro, in the context of 3v3, actually hasn't been on very many successful teams, kind of very many like heavy-hitting teams of tournament-winning caliber.
Sure.
So it might be just a little bit different, but we'll see. This might be the moment that Stro kind of proves himself as kind of a tournament competitor alongside Averse, where they would always win 2v2, but 3v3 was a different story. It's now time for Averse and Stro to move over in 3v3s and find Ninjas as their kind of third partner, and we'll see how that works out for them. Yeah,
they've been doing pretty good so far today. I mean, they had a great match earlier against Unsung, so it's a matter of can they continue to do that and play against a team with the caliber of Deadly Explosion. These guys, both teams very familiar with each other, obviously played each other quite a bit, so they kind of know the tricks and stuff. But the thing is, this time around, Onslaught playing with the double support composition, so I don't know if they've scrimmed against each other with these compositions yet, with these lineups yet, or is this the first time that they're going to be seeing each other in this kind of gameplay? So questions that will soon be answered, I'm sure, to come. Also, Onslaught, I mean, do we think they're going to continue to stick with that double support setup? I mean, I
think it's likely, but I would like to see them try something different and just see what it is. I want to see what they would decide to do if they were not to do double support.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, we kind of talked about that before. What does Stro play if he doesn't play a support? If he's not playing Lucy, he was playing great earlier on Lucy too. By the way, it fit right in with the guys. Obviously, he's very familiar with how Averse plays. They played together quite a bit, and he seemed to be working just fine with Ninjas as well. So, can they take home a 6th week in a row with this different iteration? As you said, Rainey, I think if anybody is going to beat Onslaught, at least in BattleRekt the Proving Grounds, this is definitely the week to do it. Of course, Unsung before have beaten Onslaught in a PRL tournament, so it's not like nobody has ever beaten Onslaught before, but it's very rare.
Very, very rare.
Very rare. So we'll be getting into game here relatively shortly. Again, it's just another best of 3. Win score 5 in this, nothing different, same way the whole way through the tournament, same thing the whole way through. So, it's just going to be raw gameplay from here on out.
Raw gameplay.
Raw gameplay. I'm excited for it. So, who do you think now is going to be taking this one? I don't know if I asked you that yet.
I still think it's going to be Onslaught. I think my guess goes with Onslaught. I think that they're too far ahead right now. Stro is a very advanced player and kind of can follow Averse very well. And I think the experience that Averse and Ninjas have accumulated over the years will be overwhelming.
Yeah.
But Deadly Explosion has come close before. I don't know if Deadly Explosion really knows how to play against a Averse Stro Ninjas combo either. So that's the other question to think about. It's such a different thing in North America. That's not really a composition you would see in North America a lot either.
Yeah. No, it's not what we've seen much here in North America at all. So will Deadly Explosion be able to go up against it? Now
Double healer, double support.
Oh, yeah, it is going to be the same lineup for Onslaught. Same thing for Deadly Explosion. So we'll see how they are able to fare against each other. Again, this is a different Onslaught than we're used to seeing. Different composition, different players, but still very talented players across the board here. Stro among them, this new addition that they're playing with this week. So I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. It's map number 1, the grand finals. BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds, week number 6, brought to you by us here at NG and Twitch, as well as Stunlock Studios. Let's get into the game.
Started. They're already ceding a lot of space here. That was one of the big things for Onslaught that they had to fight through in the first match of the day. Averse had to play very forward to make sure that they kept control of the situation here, and we'll see if he does it. He pushes it back and doesn't quite get the... Actually, he does end up taking the orb. Must have been the return on the boomerang there.
Slight health advantage in favor of Onslaught at the moment, but Ogflosion looking for his entrance in where his engage is going to come from. Trinity Infinity laying off his ultimate from the back line. Now he's going to dive in as they try and keep the pressure onto Stro. Time Bender is going to be used. Goo gets dropped here as well, but so far no kills. Stro is quite hurt. He drops his own Goo down onto Trinity Infinity, but Stro ends up falling.
Tries to go for the Goo play and doesn't really get the benefit off of it. The CC chain on Averse is going to be really strong, and I think they're going to be able to take away the green orbs there. Averse has to back away. They might lose the bottom end green orbs. Nope, it looks like Ninjas is going to be able to be there. They got both of the center orbs, but I think the solo Goo play on Stro was just a little bit too greedy.
Oh, down goes Averse, and Ninjas is going to be soon to follow here. So Deadly Explosion coming out swinging. A good orb control from them as well, able to get all 3 orbs that appeared during that round. And that's going to be certainly a big thing throughout the course of this match. Trinity Infinity, actually, the one who top damaged that round for Deadly Explosion. Typically, I mean, you know, first glance at their comp, you'd think that Ogflosion, just by the nature of the champion that he's playing, would be the one pumping out the most damage. But Trinity Infinity, not afraid to get in there. They did a good job. Him and Ogflosion actually combined on that last round to just dive onto Stro at one point. It really led to them getting that first kill, and then it just kind of snowballing from there. See if they can do that again.
Let's see. Opening moments of the match, goes for the extract, but doesn't quite get anything. Meanwhile, the CC chain on Stro is actually really, really strong. Pushes Averse all the way back into spawn. Ninja's joining him as well. This is dangerous. A dangerous spot to be in. Stro has to follow, but now that choke is going to be really dangerous for them to push out of.
Yeah,
Center orb goes to Deadly Explosion, and this almost certainly means a lost fight.
Yeah, this is tricky for Onslaught here. They're trying to bully their way back into the center of the map. Ogflosion's going to go and make sure he denies those greens. Sitting nearby, doesn't hit his counter, but he does get an M2 into Stro, or into Averse. And now the in-cap out onto Ninjas. He's in dire straits at the moment. He's still got Ogflosion hot on his tail with Zap on him, and an in-cap through there as well. Deadly Explosion looking really good at the moment, though. Trinity Infinity actually pretty low on health.
Oh my
Never mind.
God, Averse just lined him up. And I think that really was off the back of just this awkward situation where they were trying to play around the crippling Goo that Stro threw down, but not quite aggressive enough to make a kill happen. And in the end, they just sat there waiting around. Averse was CC'd in the middle of the map. It was off the back of Trinth kind of controlling him and keeping him away, but I think too much focus went there and they lost too much pressure on the top end of the map. And in classic Onslaught fashion, they turn a game around that starts off so poorly. It's always those moments where you think you have it in the bag and Averse does something tricky, sneaky, slips out to the side or something like that, and you don't make the right decisions in those scenarios. He puts you in such awkward spots.
Yeah, Averse a big part of them being able to turn that round around. Really dishing out the damage there. Able to engage nicely for Onslaught, getting the haste going in, and just start getting those boomerangs out there. So we'll see if they can continue that.
There's the first incapacitate up on the healer. Panic Flash comes out and will actually land on Trinth. And now it looks like a Versus one taking a beating. Double panic. The incapacity is coming up really soon again.
Double stack on that barrier and zap though onto Augflosion. Not really a whole lot of harm done at the present time, as Augflosion's just looking to press hard on their tails right now. Oh, going in for the ultimate. Goo gets dropped as well, but everybody able to get out of there.
They spent a lot of resources on that.
Yeah, they did.
And it was just a simple Swift roll to get out of that situation. Averse tries for the X-Strike, but doesn't get the connection here.
Oh, they were able to snag it just before the boomerang came back. Deadly Explosion end up getting the orb. But health just about dead even right now on both sides. Oh, Augflosion. Oh, gets his counter out there, posts up the selfie, but nobody bites on it, and the Goo comes down on top of that. There's no barrier to save him. And down goes Augflosion.
Situation is so... I mean, this is a scenario that makes it so tough for Deadly Explosion to find success in the matchup whenever this kind of situation happens, where you have them just kiting around and you're not able to get enough damage to stick, and Averse is able to just run around and constantly do pinging damage all across the team.
Yeah.
Now he's running freely and is able to do that. And Double Healer is super good at playing the long game against you.
Yeah. You know, just the ability to just constantly be healing up, not letting your max health go down. I mean, you just have so much healing output from both these guys, plus Ninjas, you know, can dish out some pretty good damage himself too, playing on that old door. So
CC is probably your most important kind of element of the most important element of the game for you guys, for a Deadly Explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to be able to get that good burst damage there. They can't just kind of chip at them because they will just heal it up instantly. Good double in cap there from Augflosion. They're going to go right back in. Tornado and Barrier are both down right now, so there's not a whole lot else that they can look to bail them out, at least for the time being. Barrier is going to be used yet again. Tornado should be back up shortly if it's not already.
Oh gosh, and he's going to be able to spin, but the haste is going to help Averse run away. He uses a Tornado and jumps back. Now a big punish on the crippling Goo. We'll see how much damage they can put onto Augflosion here.
Nice
we'll
counter
hit into the counter.
Augflosion's got to be careful not to be too aggressive here. He's going to wrap back around, go and get those greens, and Deadly Explosion get the center orb as well. Oh, Augflosion looking to re-engage here. Tornado used. I believe Barrier is down on top of that, so if they can... Oh, they got the in caps. Couldn't get the follow-up on it, though. Now Goo is going to fall in. Averse goes down. Now it's a one-player advantage. They get the cross kill, but just after that, Stro falls, and that should be a Deadly Explosion round as they tie this game right back up at 2-2. It's just an exchange of rounds. Back and forth here.
This could go either way right now. And I think that a lot of that comes down to how strong the opening is. Augflosion has been doing a good job of not being deterred. He keeps going in aggressively. He keeps trying to make those plays. Keeps trying to build up that burst of energy up really quickly so that he can get CC going. And once he does that, then it's up to Trinth to Panic Flash or Petrifying Bolt to follow up after it. And maybe Trinity Infinity to call out the target and taser them to get that stun. But really, it all starts with how successful can Augflosion be.
I'll see. Oh, man. All right, now you got Averse who is getting pounded there for a moment. And actually, Trinity Infinity's was having a bit of a rough time there as well. Got chunked down a bit, but Augflosion just continuing to frontline, getting in there, keeping pressure on them. Good in cap. Is the follow-up there? Oh no, the counter was out, but not going to get proc now. Goo is going to fall in there. Averse, does he have anything to get away? No, Augflosion gets the final blow and actually pulling Stro back into the Goo as well for some extra damage. Onslaught in a lot of trouble here as Stro goes down and Ninjas
The
as well.
decision-making on the side of Deadly Explosion is so on point right now. They really know when to capitalize, and Trinth, of course, has been playing very amazingly on Lucy off the back of Explosion, just swinging CC all the time, back to back. And that's what we were talking about in terms of CC is the most important thing for Deadly Explosion. Once you hit that CC, you can really put on a lot of pressure, force cooldowns, and then drop the ultimate on them. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to have high-impact plays against Double Healer.
Yeah, they'll be looking to continue that. Really going to be looking a lot for Augflosion with the tendon swings on the in-caps, but Trinity Infinity can even set up some really good CC himself. So orb, first orb does go the way of Deadly Explosion. Oh, the AoE panic actually ends up hitting Augflosion there, but he'll be looking to come right back in.
Gets the haste buff from Reverse. So let's see if Reverse can make something happen. Lots of stuns there. Puts Trin at about half health. Let's see if they can make something come of it. The counter's there. They actually do proc it.
Oh.
Piggy is out, and Trinth is in trouble here. Watch Trinth's health.
Man.
It's a race.
Ninjas just got crushed. Just put the Rekt in BattleRekt.
Ninjas got taken down real low, but Trinth was a split second away from dying as well. Landed a clutch Panic Blast and pushed the Verse away.
Oh, man. Now, Averse really wants to try and get this kill on to Trinth.
Oh my god, the stun on the X-Strike. And he vortexed him in. Oh, the left click does hit. But the, oh man, the Tractor Beam. They came actually so close to it. That target swap was huge. Stro and Averse actually made a big play there.
Oh, man. That's going to be another fallen member. Stro. Deadly Explosion. They've got a map point now.
4-2.
They've got a map point. This could be the start of something beautiful.
The start of something new for sure.
Yep. Start of something new. But even if they do go up the 1, it's certainly not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
If anything.
That's happened before.
Yeah. Yeah, that has definitely happened before. So even if Deadly Explosion convert on this round, they are not out of the woods yet. Still have a long way to go. I'm sure Onslaught will try and even prevent them from getting that one map lead. They're going to do everything they can at least. Augflosion starting his engage, goes for the counter, doesn't hit. That could put him in some trouble. Ooh, he's trying to get himself out of there, but he gets petrified, does get the barrier, but still he's taken a lot of damage so far. They're going to go back, regroup with the rest of the squad. Averse is in deep right now, right in the middle of them. He's going to use Tornado to save himself.
He actually lands a Vortex, and that's a lot of damage onto Trinth. We'll see. Uldur going in aggressive. He uses his mobility, and so Uldur is just there alone, but there's no more Clarity Potion to push him back in. And EX Spear is not really an option right now.
No.
Onslaught chose to go aggressive at exactly the right time.
It goes into the Whirling Blade. Trinity Infinity just about to fall here. Is able to iframe out of the stone glass, but he could not iframe the Deadly Inject after that.
That coordination on Onslaught's side was really good, deciding exactly when Averse jumped in. Ninjas identified exactly when he would follow, and despite the fact that Crippling Goo came down on top of him, it was too late. They had already taken the kill on Trinth, and that changed the dynamic of the whole fight around.
Yeah. It's still a map point for Deadly Explosion right here. They just need to get one more, but Onslaught slowly working their way back in. Played that last round beautifully.
This is a tough spot. Oh, his Tendon Swing just whiffed there. So no incapacity coming out of Shifu, and he actually didn't even get that energy.
He's trying to
refund.
He's trying to hunt down Averse, but Averse was just giving him the jukes there for quite a while. Augflosion, he was giving the jukes too. Now using Tornado.
Again, another Tendon Swing there. You saw him spend it right there. The red flash. So 2 times Deadly Explosion misses on Averse, the incapacity they wanted to put on a lot of damage. And now that the Piggy is out, there could be a lot of damage coming. A well-timed Panic Flash, but that was the AoE drop.
That orb is there, but Onslaught is able to secure it. Trinity Infinity using his ultimate. Now the stun to come down from Ninjas, but Trinity using his space, making sure that he gets out of there so he didn't get stunned up. Oh, really good patience from Averse as well. Knew that Augflosion was going to counter right there as he came in, got caught inside of the Vortex. He counters yet again.
Oh my gosh.
Hit though. So low on health on the side of Deadly Explosion.
There it finally is, and Averse is doing stuff with his Piggy now.
Man, Onslaught really bringing this one back.
Four
going
and
down.
4 in a blink of an eye. Phew, they've tied it up.
You can never count Onslaught out.
Yeah.
Can never count them out.
They always find a way.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, between a verse, really all of them, they all just making that happen. What I saw last round, Ogflosion really was trying to hunt down a verse a lot, but a verse was just always just out of his reach, and he spent a lot of time just trying to hunt him.
Taser.
Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, Stroh's taking a beating, gets the tornado, and gets the haste to move himself out of there as well. Nice panic from Stroh as well to keep Trinity Infinity at bay.
Stroh's running out of locations to kite away.
I know.
At least he's trying to keep far away from Afflosion, and that's pretty successful. The Stone Glass gets put on, but a Clarity Potion, I think, took it out immediately.
Nice.
Still an awkward situation. First orb does go to Onslaught, so they will get a little bit of extra energy to spend here.
Counter out from Ogflosion. Doesn't hit it though.
Kinder. Stroh really needs to be hitting his left clicks here. It's going to be very important.
Yeah, gotta keep him sustained. Now, a verse in the back and the choke there. The orb is up. Oh man, Ogflosion! Oh, in the blink of an eye, just got crushed, and now it's a 2 versus 3. This is bad news for Deadly Explosion. Unless they can convert on this one kill here, Ninja's immediately using Time Bender onto Stroh as he came out of the tornado to make sure that he stayed alive.
My God.
Beautifully played by Onslaught. Trinth is the last one. There's no way he's going to be able to 1v3 this one. And Onslaught making a huge comeback in our first map in this best of 3, and they will take it.
There's nothing that feels worse for Deadly Explosion than going up 4 rounds and having all of that wiped off the board because you couldn't close out the map, and now they have to start from the drawing board and are closer at risk of being eliminated here.
Oh,
That's a big comeback win for Onslaught in this scenario where Deadly Explosion, I feel like, is really well positioned to make something happen, like an upset win.
Yeah, it's got to be a morale killer for Deadly Explosion, but one of the things that separates the best teams from not the best teams is the ability to come back from adversity like this. It definitely sucks to be up as many rounds as they were, and then to just have the other team come back and take it. But it's go time for Deadly Explosion. This is when they can show their might and try and get back into this game. But Onslaught doing what they do best, finding a way to get things done. It's what we've seen from Onslaught time and time again. They got things done there in map number 1. Didn't panic. They were down heavy, but didn't panic. Just knew what they needed to do. They executed, and now they have themselves a 1-map lead in the grand final here. One step closer to being 6 in a row for Onslaught in the North American BattleRekt. So, this is a big one here. Deadly Explosion. I mean, I don't even know what they do at this point to bring it back in. Compositionally, I think they're going to stay exactly the same. I think,
they came very close. They need to think about how they got put into that scenario where they were just being pulled around and kited, and kind of their aggression was not really played at the right time. I think too many cooldowns stacked on top of each other, as well as kind of not really being able to hit so much CC. And I think part of that might be because Onslaught is intentionally spreading out now, intentionally positioning such that they all can't get caught by one petrifying bolt, for example.
Right.
If you get caught by a petrifying bolt, it's very easy for Shifu to walk over and just get the double incapacitate, just because petrifying bolt necessitates you to be within a certain range of each other, right? Yeah. It's like that's something that you at least need to spread out for that, and then you need to think about, okay, where's Shifu going? How is he going to look to CC?
Yep. Yeah, make sure you stay out of range of that so he's not hitting those double in caps, things of that nature. As you were saying, positioning from Onslaught has been great, being able to avoid that. So we'll be looking to the CC, certainly, for Deadly Explosion. That's going to be one of their keys to success, as Rainey was saying. But with that, game number 2 will be coming up very, very shortly, folks. I mean, still feeling Onslaught here, Rainey?
Yeah, I'm still feeling Onslaught. I think that they only improve from here. It might be a close one. That was a pretty close one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they definitely have the momentum in their favor. You just hope that Deadly Explosion keeps, the foot on the pedal, so to speak. And, because they can do this. And I'm sure that they believe in themselves to do it. So it's just a matter of making it happen now at this point. It was incredibly close, map number 1. Just a couple of minor things here and there. Just, couple of minor mistakes that were made that Onslaught capitalized on, and that's just something that they do so well, punishing just the smallest of mistakes. So, you know, we'll see how Deadly Explosion tries to adapt going into game number 2. But guys, remember too, if you want to, you know, sign up for BattleRekt yourselves, you want to get in on some of this good fun, you can head on over to BattleRekt.com. Sign up there, you click the link, take you to the Smash GG page, and you can get yourselves in on this hot action. It's hot action. Fun stuff.
Is that how you describe it?
Free to play. That's what it is. Hot action. Hot action. I mean, I'm sweating.
Yes.
Sweating. Obviously hot.
That is exactly what you were doing. You were sweating.
Yep, I still have the desk rag here for my shiny forehead. But it is Onslaught with the 1-map lead.
If you put desk cleaning solution in your rag and you wipe your forehead with it, does your forehead become even shinier?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's meant for plexiglass. Is there skin shining solution?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Please send me skin shining solution.
Make me look extra sweaty, please.
That's hard to say. Skin shining solution.
Skin shining solution. It's like me trying to say Trinity Infinity. When I try to say it quickly, it's really hard.
Trinity Infinity.
Yeah, like you say it in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
You can't spit it out. It's like, you know, it just like all blends together. You mumble. All right. Here we go. So far, Deadly Explosion. Have control of the center. Good clarity potion from Trent there to be able to secure that center orb. Chronoflux came down to shut out the ultimate of Trinity.
Oh,
but,
nice.
Oh, man, Averse. Oh, using Time Bender. Ninjas got it out on there. Got it onto him in time, but still took a brunt of the damage. Averse did. Now orb up yet again, but Deadly Explosion pretty easily able to secure that one. So now they're just pressing them.
They're pushed all the way back into their spawn. Panic Flash is good. Ooh, dodges the taser, but doesn't realize it will bounce off his teammate. Actually attacks into it.
Explosion going back in. I think they had a double stack there on Sap and Barrier. Now the Goo will follow up with it. Counter Goo here. Oh, Trent got pulled back in by... Oh, man.
The Goo Vortex combo is really strong, but first will fall and all of a sudden put into a 2v1 scenario.
Oof. Oh, baby.
Oh, that Clarity Potion actually took down the Incapacitate right there.
Oh. Stro, unfortunately, just... Oh. Would have been a pretty sick flick, but it doesn't matter. Deadly Explosion, round number 1 of our second map here, trying to get themselves back into the game, because if Onslaught takes this map, they take the tournament for a 6th title, BattleRekt Proving Grounds. So I'm sure Deadly Explosion knows this is their opportunity, certainly. So I'm gonna keep the pressure on, but see as we head into round number 2.
A lot of protection there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and the disables. Yeah, a little more damage. You would have the Golden Shower, but tough to put out that kind of damage on Lucy. Here we go, Explosion.
Oh.
Got some good in-caps there. Off the tendon swing, he's continuing to, seems to really, all of Deadly Explosion pressing Onslaught back into their own spawn point, but we've seen Onslaught in this position before, and they get themselves out of it beautifully. They get pressed all the way back, but now they're working their way in here. Deadly Explosion take the orb, but Onslaught actually they did have slight health advantage. Nice. Nice, into the Goo. Tornado and Barrier both used. Oh, pulled him right back in, but he managed to get out. Still, some good damage nonetheless. Time Bender used. Whole host of ultimates coming out here.
2v1 on Offlosion, gets actually petrified up and then put into the Stone Glass, which reapplies the Petrify.
Well, Trinth pretty hurt up in the back there, so is Trinity Infinity. Health advantage hugely in favor of Onslaught here. Trinth is just attempting to stay alive at this point. He's not able to. This is going to be an Onslaught round as they strike right back round of their own. We've seen, I mean, throughout the entirety of this game, really, it's just been rounds kind of being traded back and forth, but
it's a bloodbath, that's what it is.
A bloodbath. Like lambs to the slaughter.
Lambs to the slaughter.
is old Farmer Brown. That's right, Lambs of the Slaughter. Take that boy out to the woodshed. And Averse continuing to crush on damage as he normally does. It's amazing how much he can put out on Taya.
Yeah. He really focuses on uptime a lot. If you watch him and you track him as he moves around the battlefield, he's always trying to put himself in positions where he can keep swinging for damage.
Guy's a monster. All right, but we go round number 3, all tied up at 1-1. AoE Panic's gonna come out, land onto Averse and Ninjas. Now they look like they might want to turn their focus over to Averse here. Yeah, they got all 3 of them on him, but he is able to get out safely.
They get the orb, and Averse got out relatively high health. They both avoid the tasers, too. So this could be really big. Gets the barrier and actually runs out of that situation. And again, Onslaught are very far ahead here.
Ooh.
There's a full stick of butter on Uldura, and that's going to give him some safety. Ninja's trying to do what he can.
Trinity's
Here comes the time travel.
in trouble up top.
Oh, man.
Oh, thought for a second Trinth would have been able to get out of there, but down goes 2.
What huge CC.
Yeah. Yeah, the CC too strong. Now, Onslaught, they're going to take a 2-1 lead now. And just a few more rounds, and they've got it. They have got it. Stro with the top score on that round. He's continuing to top in protection and disables both sides. It's, I don't know, this is a tricky one for Deadly Explosion. Augflosion couldn't do, and didn't really get to do a whole lot on that last round. Onslaught just laid the hurt. And he's already landing his spear, going for the engage.
Oh my gosh, Averse steps out in the front, gets panicked away, and that's going to put him in the position to get double stunned in the tractor beam. That's a lot of pressure right now. We'll see if Stro can keep up. It looks like Averse is going to be left with a sliver of health kind of missing there. Oh boy, the X-Strike just hit everybody there.
Onslaught about to come in for this re-engage. Averse is gotta be careful himself, using haste. He's just gonna back up, meet up with the rest of the squad. Tried to pull Ninjas in, Augflosion did, but he's able to space himself right back out of there. And Tornado being used onto Stro to keep him safe. So it's just, you're gonna have to concede the center orb there to Deadly Explosion, and we're in position to really go and try and contest it. And it's amazing how many times we see Onslaught into this position where they're really pressed back, and then they still get back into the round and end up winning it. We'll see if they're able to do it here as well, but the goo's going to drop on both sides as well as Time Bender. It's going to land. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, man, Ninja's getting shoved right back into the goo, so it's a 2v3. We'll see people on Deadly Explosion. At least Trinth and Augflosion relatively healthy here. This is going to be a tough conversion on a round for Onslaught. In caps, nice barrier use though to get him out.
Oh, barely misses the X-Strike.
On the Tornado. He's just got to try and kite here until Stro can kind of get back within his range. Nice clarity.
Yeah, takes away the immaterial, and now you only have to worry about the counter, but Averse is not in a position to really punish.
He's going to use Tornado again. Oh, he's got to be so careful here. Gets barrier. Their timing on these cooldowns are just beautiful right now between Averse and Stro. I mean, these guys played together for so long, too. They definitely have the synergy. But see if they can convert. They're slowly whittling down the health of Deadly Explosion.
No.
Oh, no, but Averse ends up going down. Almost. I mean, a miraculous comeback there. They were slowly whittling their way back into that round.
Yeah. If the Piggy had been a little more aggressive on that pop, and Averse had been able to tag a bit more damage onto Trinth, Trinth may have been convinced to use his Swift Roll a little earlier.
Yeah.
And then Onslaught could have punished there with that Crippling Goo rather than trying to use a Crippling Goo to get the roll and try to have Averse figure out some way to fish them in the middle of the entire team.
And it was very close for Onslaught, but good on Deadly Explosion. They tie it right back up. We're at it in 2-2. Now we're getting everyone selecting their final BattleRekt that they'll play with for the rest of the match. The healing from Trinth on that last round, too. Pretty big, but let's see now. Again, Onslaught doesn't even seem like they like to aggress too much in the early phase. They almost keep themselves back on their own end, and then start to, you know, they'll come back in as the orb comes up. But
oh, Averse could be in trouble here, setting up deadly injection combos. He doesn't have Tornado. He loses a big chunk of health.
Oh, getting pulled back into it. Was forced to use Tornado there. And now they're just kind of positioning themselves. Repositioning to engage back towards the center. Going in was Averse, got barrier immediately, but will have to back himself out after that. The goo is going to come in. Oh, that is a tremendous amount of damage onto Trinity Infinity. Melted in seconds. And they take a player off the field, so Onslaught with that one player advantage for the time being. Can they keep it going? Can Averse keep himself alive too? Because Ogflosion wants to hunt him down. He wants his number, but he is going to back off. You'll see maybe they'll try and get this orb, see if they can get these greens denied from the Onslaught players as well. That's a good decision by Deadly Explosion. I like that rather than
from Stro. Landing the big crippling goo and doing a ton of damage to Trinity Infinity. And Iva's one of those characters that you can really punish. Really, the jetpack is the big thing to look out for if you're looking to drop crippling goo. Oh my god.
Nice time bender. Oh, to save his teammate. That's a lot of damage onto Trent as well. He's going to be picking up those greens, but he has nothing else to get out of it there. So it's now a 3v1 Ogflosion. Soon to fall on top of that, but that was amazing. That combination with the goo and just how quickly Trinity Infinity, because he was relatively high on health there.
Yeah.
I mean, and he just got demolished.
Definitely one of those phases where you transition into something that's significant, and that's what they needed to close out the game. Considering the early game that they had, Averse got so bullied that he lost a lot of his health, and with his health, a lot of his buying power into the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Without that, you need some big bursty maneuver to kind of push yourself ahead, and in that case, take down the opponent.
Oh, nice X-Boomerang there. X-Strike from Averse. They're looking to re-engage as the orb comes up. That's how Onslaught often plays their rounds. Oh, no. Not like this.
Oh, man.
Not like this.
Averse has to spend Tornado. Tendon Swing was just spent there, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Now the goo is going to come on in. Is there clarity to knock him back in? Tornado's used. He's going to be alive for now, Stro, but they had to retreat pretty far off into spawn, and another orb going the way of Deadly Explosion. So it's just a matter of Stro trying to survive, unable to. Now Averse and Ninja's actually both split at the moment. He's going to have to use Time Bender on himself, really, just to get out of the corner. There wasn't a whole lot of follow-up to come off of the stun. No. Oh. And down he goes. Ninja's 1v3.
The situation here is real back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Deadly Explosion comes up for a little bit. And then Onslaught replies, and they just keep bouncing back and forth.
Oh, man. This is going to come down to the wire.
We're in for the long haul.
We are in for the long haul. We'll really be in for the long haul.
943 on Trent for the top score.
That is some poundage, my man.
Time Bender gets popped just a little bit too late, and it gets tasered out of it. It's a lot of damage coming down onto Ninjas. Taser is going to cause the Swift Roll to be pushed out here. Onslaught on the back foot. We're going to have to see what they do when this middle orb spawns. They try to put out a lot of damage, and they do. They connect the Deadly Eject and a big X-Strike.
Trinity Infinity got chunked down pretty hard right there.
Oh, double
caps. Let's see. Not a whole lot of follow-up, though.
Oh, this panic might really hurt here. Hits into the counter as well and wastes his Zephyr, so can't push him away. But he's so slow using the Whirling Blade.
Tornado. Averse still got to be careful. Ogflosion, he wanted him. Back off momentarily. Goo is out. Oh, Ninja's had his space. He's able to get out of there. Oh, he's looking for the clarity. Good dodge from Ninjas to avoid that clarity potion to get knocked back into the goo.
Uh-oh. Averse used Tornado into the barrier. Oh, no, but a big miss by Ogflosion. If he had caught that spear, would have been a very different situation. And now here's the big punish. Oh, he hit the counter!
No, they hit that counter! Oh, but still, he's so hurt. I'd imagine he's going to go down right here.
Oh my god, but he's immaterial.
Oh! How?
Oh no.
Oh, he's still alive. Oh, the snipe. Couldn't finish him off, though. Oh.
See, he's going to have his counter up again soon.
Yeah.
Will Ninjas go greedy for it.
Got to have it back by now.
He tried to go for the time better, but Flosion is playing real patient.
Yep.
It's a game of chicken here. He's going to sneak up and grab the green orbs. Let's see in this 3v2 scenario. Oh, no. Averse lands a big X-Strike, pushes out Iva's cooldown. Now is able to clean up a Flosion who had been so slippery. Tries to get it around. Ooh, doesn't quite.
Man, really solid play from Hog Flosion there to survive as long as he did. He was hitting every counter. Just really good survivability. But in the end, it's not enough. Onslaught, they have got the championship point on their plate. And they are looking to finish right here, right now, for 6 weeks in a row of BattleRekt the Proving Grounds. Doesn't matter that the different lineup is in different composition. That
is really interesting
still
too,
up here.
Right? They're using this different lineup with a different kind of play style. Basically an entire shift in mentality here. Oh my god, look at how much chunking damage they're just getting on a Flosion just in the neutral. Oh god, dang it. That is huge vortex. That's going to change everything, and they get the center orb as well. That's when you really start crying for help, and you get hit by the quicksand. Oh my god, the counter as a saving grace is going to dispel a lot of that. Nearly stuns him up. But the Clarity Potion is good, and Aflosion has to run. Now it's going to be a 3v2, and they're going to look to collapse. Let's see what Aflosion can do. He doesn't want to commit. Ninjas is zoning him out. But what? Lucy runs right into him.
Oh, Ogflosion really hurt. So is Trinth. Trinth getting pressured by Averse, and he used his barrier. He might be in a lot of trouble. Same with Ogflosion.
Oh, Trinth
nice
is trying
panic.
to go aggressive. Their target is Stro right now. They're trying to close it out on Stro, but it's too little too late. And now it's going to be a 3v2 scenario. The counter does get procced. Here's a huge crippling goo, and Chief who just puts his toe in it and gets melted down. Onslaught again.
Onslaught
forever.
6 weeks in a row. Onslaught. Different lineup, different composition. They still pull out the win. Take down Deadly Explosion in the finals in 2-0 fashion. These guys are just incredible. And they have easily cemented themselves. Best team in North America right here. That is incredible from Onslaught. Unparalleled success in the BattleRekt scene from these guys. And wow, I mean, you thought if any time someone was going to beat them, it may have been today. But, I mean, Stro came in, fit in beautifully with the rest of the squad. And, you know,
it was definitely a different kind of game.
Yeah.
And I wonder at the last round, there was a situation where Aflosion was just walking back and forth, and he was getting hit by boomerangs, by left clicks from Ildur. Before he knew it, he was already at half health. He just lost so much in the neutral that he had to play differently. He tried to play a little more kitey. They backed away to the center. They said, hey, you know, we're going to get center orb. The difference is in that scenario, they didn't push Onslaught back far enough, and Averse was able to land a huge vortex on all of them, sucking all three of them into the center. They took a large amount of damage. Then they spent cooldowns to try to disperse, and every single one of them became a viable target at that point. And that's when they chunked down Aflosion, and at that time, that's when Onslaught never lets go, right?
Yep. That's the thing. They see that you're weak. It's like Onslaught smells the blood in the water, and then they just pounce on you after that. They hunt you down.
Exactly like that.
And they end your life. That's right. Right in on you. Right in on you. All right, bracket. Let's take a look at it. See how it all unfolded today. Onslaught, your champions for a 6th week in a row. BattleRekt the Proving Grounds. Beautifully done. Taking down Deadly Explosion 2-0. Having no trouble here. Still. I mean, that is just incredible. One of these weeks, Rainey. There's still 4 weeks left.
One of these weeks. One of these weeks. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Onslaught will grow even more powerful now with Stro in their lineup. Maybe they'll discover something new. Maybe they're kind of going to investigate some more and grow some more as players. With every time there is a change, that's an opportunity for a new, brighter future.
That's true. Hey, that's a good way to look at it. We'll see if anybody can do it. They still got 4 weeks to do so. But, guys, if you want to sign up and maybe have a shot at taking down Onslaught yourselves, you can go to BattleRekt.com and sign up there, get in on the action, join the tournament. It's free to enter, so you got nothing to lose here. So get yourselves in. Maybe you'll be the guys that take down Onslaught. And you can also follow us on Twitter at WatchNGE, see what's going on with BattleRekt, and we go live, see what's going on with our other shows that we got going around here. You can hit that up there, WatchNG. You can also grab up our own personal Twitters as well if you want to see the weird stuff that we talk about on there. And with that as well, we do this every week, guys, on Thursdays. So you can come back and watch us then. We have Europe in the morning, at least if you're an American viewer. You got 10 a.m. Pacific time. You have 7 p.m. CET. And then on the NA side, it's 2 a.m. CET. And it's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific time for us here. But Rainey, Onslaught again. What a day.
Onslaught forever.
Onslaught forever.
That should be their when they introduce a team. Onslaught again, Onslaught forever.
Seriously,
Onslaught
I mean,
again, Onslaught forever.
It's looking that way at this point, man. It's really looking that way. But
that's their chant.
Yeah,
all their fans.
Yeah,
when they're walking in the future, when you have a stadium and a local event, as they're walking in, it's just this cult-like chant.
Yeah, Onslaught forever. I believe.
Glory to Onslaught.
Glory to Onslaught. All hail. All hail. Hey, the guys are beasts. We'll see. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. Hats off to them for 6 weeks in a row. But for us, I think we're going to shut things down here today. It's been a long one, but certainly has been a lot of fun. We love to thank all you guys at home, as well as Twitch and Stunlock Studios, for partnering up with us and making BattleRekt the Proving Grounds possible. Big shout-outs to those guys. Big shout-outs to you at home for watching. And from all of us here at NGE, myself, Gex, and Rainey, we say so long, and we'll see you next week.